We are live. We are live. This is the Wrestling for Life Network. We are covering NXT tonight. It's going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to it. I got my partner, Big Nick, beside me. So let's get started. Like I said, welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. We are here for NXT tonight. We got some contract signings. We got some big matches, some face-to-face action tonight. I am Ringsider Anthony, and that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the every night. Hold on, you're not Ron. The chapeau that runs the show, Ringsider Anthony. I am Big Nick, and I'm already thrown off because this man's here on a NXT. That's why we got the NXT TNA tonight. We're gonna have to probably have some big TNA crossover moments because we got Anthony on NXT, but we're got the go home show for Heatwave tonight. We're setting up for the premium live event in Toronto on Sunday night, which we'll be here live for as well. Yeah, kind of a big NXT tonight here, and let's see if they can still go on this trend of these higher ratings a little bit.
Right. We got Meechin versus Jada Parker tonight.
I'm so excited for that.
Right.
Is my new fave. Like she's how Tiffany was on NXT. I'm now Jada's gonna be to the moon.
Yeah, and I like kind of what Meechin has been doing on NXT lately as well. So I'm glad to see her getting some shine and getting some spotlight. We got Lola Vice versus Roxanne Perez, not versus, but in a face-to-face confrontation before their big match at Heatwave. So yeah, we got a lot going on tonight. We got a lot going down.
Yeah, well, you know that of course they're gonna end up throwing hands and everything like that. Like I saw somebody here. Evil White Knuckler, shout out. I think you're a new name here. Hopefully you're not doing the 5-knuckle shuffle, my guy. But how long after the 4-way contract signing tonight does somebody start throwing hands? Immediately. Right. The question is more of who goes through the table.
Absolutely. And at this point, are they even going to have the contract signing? They might just start throwing hands before. You know, you never know.
Classic. Somebody signs a contract and dumps it on somebody's body or something like that.
Right. But yeah, it's not going to be long. And like you said, someone's definitely going through the table.
It's one of the laws of wrestling, much like he who sets it up must go through it, my guy.
Right.
Very much, too, of whoever comes out looking dominant in this situation, most likely isn't winning that Heatwave. You know, you never have the one who wins at the pay-per-view doesn't always seem to be the one that looks strong on the go-home show because you got to sell the show. You got to sell the pay-per-view.
Right. Absolutely. So, and in your theory, you know, is very accurate because I've seen it in the past. So yeah, you're definitely right there. I'm looking forward to this contract signing note.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm surprised and interested they did a fatal 4-way now because we've still got a running back of Trick and Ethan Page, but now we've got Javon Evans thrown in the mix, Sean Spears. We've got Javon Evans brought in here, and he could end up being, if he wins at Heatwave, he'd be the youngest champ in NXT history.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Man can't really buy an alcoholic beverage, I believe, and would be out here winning world championships.
Right. And they're putting all their chips down for him, really. And go ahead.
I was just gonna say he's kind of NXT's Billy Starks.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I really, when he kind of arrived on the scene, he kind of reminded me of that guy in TNA. I can't think of his name. But we were here live. Me and you were actually
Kevin
here.
Knight.
Yes, Kevin Knight. When he was in that match with Moose, it was like a 4-way match, and we were like, we need to see Kevin Knight versus Moose. That's kind of the vibes I get from Javon Evans.
Yeah, well, it's so crazy. If the man went from literally being on Level Up, then instantly hopped up onto the main card, and then they throw in a match with Ilya. They've got him, doing stuff with Trick. This man jumped 10 rungs up the ladder here.
Yeah, he jumped up real quick. And winning that battle royal just, kind of solidified, I'm here to stay. I'm here for this NXT championship. So yeah, they're throwing everything at Evans right now.
Absolutely, but I will remind everybody, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. We got about 9 minutes now before the show kicks off. Let's say hi to the people in the chat already, as I've got 30, almost 40 people now kicking it with us. Let's see if we can get that up 50, 60 by the start of the show here. But
Absolutely.
Roman saying, I'm trying to read the hieroglyphics here. It's the Green Go Home show. Oh, so he's just trying to play word association. But Roman, what up? Eric, what up? Can't wait for tonight's show. We might see some TNA people at Heatwave this Sunday.
Yeah, I'm hearing there's some NXT involvement for Slammiversary too. So yeah, it's crazy right now with this WWE TNA partnership.
I'm still saying they got to announce the co-pay-per-view tonight because as you're here on the live stream and everything like that, I need to see your reaction live and in full effect, not 2 days. Right then and there. Have 9 and 1 already in your phones, folks. If you hear any sort of TNA music,
no, that's
all resuscitation on Anthony over there. Kevin, what up? LF96, I think your new name as well. We got a pretty good card tonight. I'm looking forward to the new Catch Republic versus Hank and Tank. We're a Hank and Tank team over here. Should be fun. Also looking forward to Roxanne Perez and Lola Vice. I think this man must have been using voice to text there of Lullabies face to face.
Yeah, I think both of those are going to be great tonight. So I'm looking forward to them as well.
Right. AD and AZ, what up, my guy? There should be a good one. There should be a good one tonight, folks. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. White Knuckle, what up? Damien, leader of the Hopium Tribe. Clay, what up? Denisha, hey, everybody.
What's up?
420 Daydreamer. This is such an honest-ass comment of, if it wasn't for wrestling, I would not know what day of the week it is. Facts, my guy. Literally 90% of the time, I know what day of the week it is by what wrestling show we're covering. Keep it up.
Right. Like, and if it wasn't like a wrestling
Wednesday.
and if it wasn't like a wrestling show coming on one of those random nights, you might even not know what day it is. Like I just started realizing that, you know, TNA Impact comes on Thursdays because I just started watching it about a year or so ago. So it was like I didn't know what day it was until I started watching TNA.
There you go. MDB, y'all remember when Anthony said he wouldn't watch NXT? Look at our boy, all grown up. Yeah, look at
only
you.
Here to cover KJ.
You got it hooking too, bro. Look at you go. Denise, Anthony, Big Nick. Yes, what up? Eric, what up? JV from NJ, what up, my guy? Did I hear contract signing? Well, someone's going through a table. Absolutely.
Yep.
It's one of the laws of wrestling, folks.
If it's not someone going through a table at a contract signing, it is not a contract signing.
Right. Is it really a contract signing? Is it really official if someone doesn't go through a table?
Right.
Mr. Golfer said the number one heel viewer is here. There you go. I like how now we even got people in the chat with gimmicks. We got JB from NJ. We got Mr. Golfer, the number one heel viewer. Richard, what up? Javon has been pushed to the moon. Absolutely, 100%. Hey, we even got a sneaky KJ in the chat there of let's go. Tanaka means Mini Buffalo. Hi.
What's up?
Oop, Granch. Anthony knows he's loved. Absolutely, 100%. What match excites you the most for Heatwave? Ooh, good question. Well, and I was surprised when I looked through the card today that Heatwave still just has the 5 matches, just the same as Money in the Bank. Now, granted, it's an NXT show, so can get away a bit more with only 5 matches. Money in the Bank might need 1 or 2 more, but yeah, only 5 matches. I mean, maybe just Obafemi versus Wesley just to see how dominant this man can be again.
I was actually about to say the same thing. Not even gonna lie, only because if Oba wins and somehow does like a beat down on Mr. Wesley, can we get a Rascal signing? Can we get a Rascals reuniting on, you know, at Heatwave?
Could we see that tonight to help him have the deck card and help it stacked up a little bit? Even the odds. It's Gulliver's Travel out here of Wesley taking on Obafemi.
Right.
He needs all his, you know, nimps and imps and flippy doos to help him tear this big man down.
Yeah, we need some type of Rascal sighting. If it's not tonight, it needs to be at Heatwave.
Right. MDB, the best gimmick in the chat is the knee pad police. Like I said, we just got gimmicks on gimmicks. Everybody's got a hat on a hat.
Right.
The Wrestle Cult. Yo, Nick, glad to catch a stream. Absolutely. Shout out. Appreciate you. I was the original with the VHS. So, yes, man's the original gimmick. Now we got arguing over gimmicks. No, I love you, JB, but it's just funny to me. I mean, I can't talk. I got catchphrases, slogans, gimmicks, all that.
Right. You got him for days.
Even when I don't want them. JT Ariel Assassin, what up, my guy? Roman, who doing the wrestling court? Well, Barney Fife, we're not doing the wrestling court this week because we got the preview, the pay-per-view on the weekend. So we're doing the preview show, previews and predictions on Thursday night.
Yeah. And then next Thursday we got something special. So yeah, it'll be a minute before we do a court. So, but it'll be around. It'll be around.
We got to find something to try out here. We had a few here, you know, taking our wins and losses a little bit. We've got to calm down. Me and Anthony got to calm down a little bit here before we go back to Twitter. Boston's gimmick is the loving Ava's top lip. Oh, let's not start already with the Ava hate here. KJ in here. We just let this woman live.
Right. Let her live. Let her breathe. I do like Boston Gamers comment though. Looking forward to talking some mess about NXT with you tonight. Yeah, if it's not up to my standards, I'm definitely gonna be talking some mess.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's gonna be interesting because I've been the NXT diehard of the channel here. I've been the one that's saying, well, up until a little while ago, and it's coming back around, that it was the most consistent, most reliable night of wrestling on TV.
Yes, you were definitely behind that for a very, very long time.
Bit, yeah. The wheels fell off. Seemed to be a trend.
Right. I'm gonna address Ken right here. I think we're actually clicking on the same comment.
Yeah.
But Ken asked this last night, and I think I missed it twice. But Josh Alexander is staying put with TNA right now. I think his contract was extended in February. I think that goes until February 2025. So I think he's with TNA almost another 7 to 8 months before he can leave again.
Yeah. Sorry, this is cracking me up, still carrying over from conversation from last night of Blue Barracudas for life. If you were here for the Raw stream, you know about that. Educate yourself, watch the replay. I like this one. NXT hasn't even started yet. You guys have me cracking up. I think I might have to stick around from now on. Absolutely, 100%. Y'all are my kind of people, 100%. We're a channel of the people. Christ, I started off in the chat. Now I'm out here hosting shows and everything with that.
Same thing. I started off in the chat as well, and look right.
Exactly, 100%. We're the channel for wrestling fans by wrestling fans. Oh, that one, the wrestling may suck. We never do. Absolutely, be a friend, tell a friend. That's the thing, is just keep this thing going, keep this thing growing. We just passed 5.22K subscribers now. We got 50 already in the chat with us before the show even kicks off. So 100% appreciate everybody. Just help get this thing keep growing, keep rolling. Be a friend, tell a friend. And we do have the super chats, the super stickers. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share. It costs you nothing, but it means the world to us.
Absolutely. Do everything Nick just said. I'm not going to repeat it.
That's fine. I don't think I could. Quidarius. Every time I just love that name because I think of Key and Peele. Quidarius. Word to the Muffin Streets. Tanaka. Does anyone actually know how booking works, as in power rankings, etc.? Excuse me? This isn't AEW with Tony Khan's failed power rankings multiple times. I'm not sure of the question, Your Honor.
Right.
But we are moments away from NXT kicking off. So 100% get in this chat, blow this up, as we got the go-home show for Heatwave. And yeah, we've still got a pretty decent card here tonight got Jada Parker versus Mission. You get to see Carly Light Bright taking on Wendy Snoo Choo, Spooky Choo.
Oh, that is right. We do get to see Spooky Choo tonight. I'm actually excited about that. I like her. You know, we've only seen her a couple of times, but I kind of like the gimmick.
Oh, no. Yeah. All right, we're going to talk. We're going to talk.
Wait a minute. I guess Nick doesn't like it.
As we are syncing up, I have then.
Now I have.
I have now. Do you have now?
I have now.
I don't know. I got forever.
I have forever. We're good. I think we're good.
Okay. I was like, I wasn't sure if you're saying if you got it when I got it, or if you're like a second behind or something. Together?
Yep, we're
We
good.
are together. There we go, folks. Me and Anthony are synced up. If you want to sync up with us as well, yeah, it's my guy. It's Spooky Dookie Chew.
Spooky Dookie Chew, where are you?
Right. TNA re-signed Jim Miller, my guy.
Yeah, she signed for 3 years, and she says she plans to go nowhere. Oh, we're
Let's
starting off
go.
with
We're
Jada Parker.
absolutely. She's been just a stud. I know we were talking about Javon Evans. She's been another one that just right out the gate has hit the ground running here. She's out there and pushed Reggie out of the mud. She's made herself the star of the whole damn faction. Now it feels like the faction's there to prop her up and build her up. So she's how I was a huge fan of Tiffany, will still am, but thought she was the next big thing coming out of NXT. That's me, Jada, right here.
Yeah, Jada. From what I've seen so far, she's perfect in what she's doing. I'm looking forward to the moment she's called up to the main roster.
What works with it is there's no one else on the main roster that does what she does.
Right. There's no one.
Is this a straight up street fight? Because we got bats, we got
trash cans.
Yeah, did they actually label this a street fight? And I didn't notice it. Yeah, it is a street fight. So, folks, let us know who you got in Jada Parker versus Mission, the HBIC, Mia Yim in a street fight kicking off NXT.
That's what I'm talking about.
We already got kendo sticks. We got chairs. As I like how Mia Yim's out here with the old school black and gold "We Are NXT" gear because Jada's big thing has been she's sticking her nose in business where she don't belong. She's not supposed to be here. She's a SmackDown superstar. She was not supposed to be on NXT. And she's kind of showing, I'm the one who built this.
No, absolutely. I like when they do kind of the black and gold NXT versus the current NXT. I love when they do things like this.
She's got a loaded sock now, folks.
Yeah.
Pause. This match brought to you by World Star JV. Calm your tits. Go home show for Heatwave. John, what up? Jada got that WCW Booker T energy. Yeah. Harlem Heat 100%. Mission for the win. Miss Parker. Sorry, Miss Parker. Ooh, I am for real. Two ladies in a street fight. I like it. Dale, calm your britches, but appreciate you. Brandon, what up? Christopher, Misha will beat Jada Parker to a pulp to a pulp in a street fight.
Just like the Detroit mishap last night.
Yeah. Hey, I caught myself this time. Shut up. The Detroit situation of 2024.
Ooh.
This Sunday, yeah. We got cakes versus melons. Oh. Produce meets bakery. Oh, big knee from Jada. Who you got? You're taking Mia Yim?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Mia Yim. I'm probably wrong, but I'm gonna take Mia Yim.
Well, no, you were a huge fan of hers even when she was back in TNA and everything.
Yeah. Watch some of her old matches, and it's like, man, she can go. I wish they can give her that opportunity in WWE. But I feel like they have. Ooh.
I kind of like that because you don't ever see it a ton where somebody swings the kendo and misses and sells because of, like, if you swing a bat and hit it off of something, you feel it in your hands and everything, so you freak out, you throw the shit, you're distracted.
Oh, she taking off her belt. Wait a minute.
She's whipping her. I don't hate Detroit. No, I don't need to see Trick. I want to be allowed in Detroit. I said, welcome to Detroit City. As we've got now a toolbox. Me and him, the two-man Taylor.
It's been turned into Home Improvement.
Right. Oh, trash bin set up in the corner here. Jada control. Oh, she's gonna do her little hip drop off the top here. Little springboard hip drop onto the trash bin.
That's what it looks like.
Oh. Now, I mean, I know we're not trying to pay attention to the posterior, but when it's part of your arsenal, it's part of your offense. I mean, you got to pay attention.
You got to pay attention just a tad.
Right, just a little bit. I mean, it's an offensive
body part for a reason.
Right. You making me look at it. You're emphasizing it. Oh, she just Who throws a shoe? Honestly, who throws a shoe?
Like, what happened to the sock full?
I think that's what she just flung at her.
Ah, okay.
As me and back in control on the outside here. Boston already saying he's bored. How are you feeling, sir?
I'm enjoying this so far.
Right.
Like, so I guess there's one for you, Boston, because I'm actually enjoying this match.
Boston's man onto an island here. Shut up, you silver snake. MDB, love her arsenal. Dylan, what up? Okay. Yeah, this is a hell of a way to start off NXT tonight. Oh, terrible chop, but this is a hell of a way to start it off.
She tried with that chop.
Just swing and a miss.
Boston, I'm gonna be on your side a couple of times tonight, I'm sure. Just hold on.
We're gonna convince you. You're gonna get baptized.
Just hold off, Boston.
Cross body and nobody's home onto the bridge of chairs. See again, the laws of wrestling, folks. He who sets it up, he or she who sets it up must go through it. As we get a booty barricade breaker. Literally, just so we're going to commercial break here, folks. That was she's literally holding her arse. We have a my hole incident.
Booty barricade breaker.
Right. Well, that's what happened as Jada just took herself out. So me and him went for the tope suicido there onto the bridge of chairs that she had set up where Jada was set up. Nobody home. She goes through it, all of that. And then Jada goes through to try and take out me and him, and she's set up by the barricade. Nobody's home, and bam, right through the barricade. So her posterior is as powerful as Braun Breaker's spear.
Right.
Just put that out there. Booty barricade breaker.
Right. John C., you heard it. Booty barricade breaker.
Absolutely. Boston is a grump on Tuesdays. Yeah. He doesn't have the hashtag Monday or Gur Mondays. He's got Gur Tuesdays. Oh, where was it? There we go. Dylan, Miss Parker on my screen. I'm far from bored. Absolutely. And especially a street fight. I forgot or didn't realize that this was a street fight at all. So this is a hell of a way to start off NXT of these two top women in this roster just going at it. That this is a feud that I like seeing, feuds that are good feuds that don't need the title, that aren't rotating in that realm.
Yeah, and I feel like on the main roster, that's what they need more for the women. It's like storylines without feuds. I mean, storylines without feuds. Storylines without titles.
That's the other company. That's what we're watching Wednesday. Storylines without feuds, or maybe it's feuds without storylines.
That might be what we're watching tomorrow.
Right.
But like the one last year, like the one that stood out, you know, a lot of people had their mixed feelings about it, was Trish and Becky Lynch. Like that was a story that didn't involve the title, right?
Absolutely.
And that was something great to see. You know, like I said, people had their moments about it. I really enjoyed the entirety of the feud, but yeah, we just need to see more of that on the main roster.
Right. Brandon picking Parker. That's a tongue twister halfway to say. JV Buns of Steel. Not the DIY demolition Jada. KJ is saying, hit that like button. Absolutely. Be a barricade booty breaker and smash that like button. That subscribe button. That's going to be the theme of the night. Last night was Detroit by the end of it. And now this is just going to be the barricade booty breaker episode of NXT.
I feel like that has to be on a t-shirt now. Like that.
I'm just, Christ, at this point, we might as well just start making notes. Just make a list. I got picture in picture now. I don't. I got straight up commercials.
Oh, I got picture in picture.
Well, aren't you special?
So right now you got Jada that just smashed Mia Yim's hand into the toolbox. And now she's pulling out a mallet.
They fight. Fight. Itchy and scratchy show. Is that what we're doing?
I guess so. She's choking her now with I think that's a wrench.
Whoa.
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on.
This sounds provocative. Mission for the win. Wrestling from the 313. Yeah, free world 313. Yeah, see, saying I don't like Detroit. I just made an 8 Mile reference, so shut up. Jada Parker is going to win this match. I'm not going to let it go now. Be a friend, tell a friend the rest of my suck, but they never do. Hey, well, you're telling us we're already here. Go tell the people ain't here. Because we got about 70 people came with us. Let's see if we can get that to triple digits. Let's see if we can go. We continue on our track record, our streak right now of triple digits in every chat, my guys. Let's see if we can keep that going here. We got a fish hook. God saved a wrench like me, Jesus. Mike Rouse, what up? Wait till Shane goes to AEW. He will have plenty of top rushes go and make a difference. Oh, we'll talk about that at some point. So, not your normal thumbtacks or your Lego blocks or your shards of glass. We got just nuts and bolts. Oh, she's about to hit a getting small package driver. It is. Oh, that got it drop into the nuts and bolts. 2 count. Hey, again, she set it up. She's got to go through it. Bro, those are washers. I was trying to give them more credit because if you fall on some fucking washers, it's like falling on quarters. It ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad, exactly.
It's just a flat piece of metal. Oh.
This match is really going hard.
Well, it's kind of crazy, though, of Mia Yim didn't to me really sell that spot a ton. Like she hit the big spot that was supposed to be the big, huge, holy crap. They're comparable to Thumbtacks, and she's back up. She's back in control, playing, Luke Skywalker with a kendo stick.
Yeah. She didn't sell that very long.
Yeah, that's my only minor complaint. But this has been back and forth. This is a little bit, and you kind of need to see this to keep help with Mission. And she's the vet in this situation. You've got to still kind of have her look strong. This is, a little bit more passing of the guard almost.
Right.
Oh, cannonball into the trash bin on Jada. Oh, stupid sexy Rhea pin. Oh, 2 count. Well, it was the Gunther pin, and then Rhea kind of took it over. So now it's just a stupid sexy Rhea pin. Nuts or washers, don't forget to wash yours. Thanks, MDB. Public service announcements with MDB.
He always has to say something
exactly
incredible.
I can't be mad because I'm like that. So, was
that a pipe?
No. Well, she sprayed her with the fire extinguisher. She must have thought she was Jack Perry. Oh, we got another booty breaker. Another barricade booty breaker.
Right through the wall. Like, what is happening with NXT tonight?
She not only takes down barricades, she takes down walls. She's a one-woman wrecking crew with this booty out here. This posterior is deadly.
Like, what is happening with NXT? I was hoping not to enjoy it just for MDB.
Yeah, just out of spite. Yeah. Two holy chants in one match. Come on. Absolutely. Come on, Boston. Come on. Oh, she's got the slingshot booty.
Slingshot booty.
Bro, she literally hit it like Braun Breaker when he hits his fucking back and forth spear. She did the exact same thing and picks up the win. Again, I'm going on record right now. Jada Parker's posterior, her booty is as powerful as Braun Breaker.
No, absolutely.
Multiple examples in this one match. The cakes are strong with this one. BOD, booties of destruction. Slingshot booty. Shawn Michaels is the head booker. Well, technically, wouldn't Booker T always win Booker of the Year? Because, I mean, he's Booker.
I guess so.
Checks out. The match checks out. See, Boston finally came around and started. I'm enjoying this match. There you go. As we've got Kill Bill and Ariana Grace backstage now.
Kill Bill.
Carmen Petrovich, for those who don't know. But yeah. Ariana Grace is so good. She's got so much of her dad's just charisma. Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah. I think she has a little bit of his like comedic abilities as well.
Oh
So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Of she's just personality wise, she's got that in spades.
yeah.
The big bad booty breaker. The big bad booty daddy. I've never wanted to be glitter more in my life. Fair. Ariana Grace's Twitch is great. Well, tell her if you watch her Twitch, tell her to check us out. There you go. Be a friend, tell a friend that way. We'll try and get her on for an interview. How about that?
We would love it. We would love it.
Absolutely. KJ is loving all these Canadian segments. Yeah, they're placating to the Canadian audience. Oh, as we got the new Mean Girls of JC Jane and Jasmine Hinks out here. And Jasmine Hinks is better than JC Jane, keep it a buck.
That's what one thing I don't like about NXT is how they come up with these names for the women.
Oh, it's fucking Toys R Us, just looking insanity here. If it's just spin the wheel, make a deal. It's Chat GPT. It's AI name generator.
At this point, yeah.
Your name is Kylie Bright, like fucking light bright. What?
Like I don't even
take
like
Aussie girl, and Aussie sounds like Izzy, so you're Izzy Dame now because you're a dame and you're Izzy, Dizzy, whatever. There we go. Moving along. Jasmine,
I don't even like what is it, Kalani Jordan? Like I don't like that.
This is
like that's just terrible.
That's her name. All due respect, but it sounds a lot like another not so nice thing to have that involves medical operations.
I hope it's not her real name. I hope I didn't just talk.
Just don't. Just
it's like, not. Thank God.
Hey, okay.
It's
Why would you pick that name out of all the names?
Like her actual name is actually cool. It's Leah Mitchell. Like I like that, but
Leah Jordan. There you go. That's way better than Colostomy Jordan.
But Kalani Jordan, they could have kept that name. No, it's not good.
Right. And so we got a video package hyping up Javon Evans. We've got the contract signing coming up later tonight, folks. Fred Bucks, who has the worst NXT name? Well, Ty Bearhill, I think, was kind of close to that until he got released. Von Wagner was up there too. Man, just that didn't fit. Right now, it'd probably be Carly Bright.
Yeah, I think
that I could just think of off the top.
Now, one name like I didn't like for a long time was Fallon Henley, but it has grown on me. It has grown on me because of her like country gimmick, I guess you can say. Now,
Mickey James-esque.
Right, it kind of makes sense, but like at first I was like, this is a trash name.
Fair enough. I mean, keep it honest. There's a few that if we really wanted to go through, it'd be shooting fucking fish in a barrel. As we've got the New Catch Republic out here. Speaking of terrible names, they sound like they're an outlet mall store. I'm gonna stop over to the New Catch Republic and get some khakis.
No, absolutely. That's terrible. That's a terrible name.
Right. Quarter pounder with Happy Meal toy crew. Yeah, the quarter pound catch crew is pretty awful. There's a few. Lash Ledger, you put some respect on Lash Ledger's name.
I actually like that.
That's a badass name, and I've been a fan of hers for a minute here. So you put some respect on Lash Legend. Aura Mensa's not great.
Aura Mensa?
Mm-hmm.
Why does that sound like something you put on your teeth?
Because it does. Because it probably is.
You put Aura gel on your teeth, so you put Aura Mensa.
Yeah, Aura Mensa sounds like you need to apply it medically. Like you have to have a prescription to get that. Like I know when certain people get up to the main roster and everything, people hate the whole name changes. Like I'm so glad we got Jacob Fatu, and I still don't hope we get like a Tala Tonga and everything. We got a shorter Tonga, we got a Tala Tonga, and we got a mid Tonga. But some of these names on NXT, just please change them. Just be something else.
Right. Right. Just do something different. Try something else out.
Pick a name that sounds like another human being on the face of this earth might potentially have that name. That doesn't sound like you're an alien that just touched down. And what is a human name supposed to sound like? Fuck. Schism has been the worst. That's absolutely Christopher. You win the pony. Schism is the worst name in NXT history. That Scripps. Scripps or Schism.
Yeah, Scripps was pretty bad.
Scripps. What is a suicido? It is the Japanese word for a word that I don't say. That you can't say. Well, think about it. Or is he saying suicide? I'm trying to figure out the spelling here. But yeah, Google. I prefer chimichanga. Oh, we're talking about Deadpool and Wolverine somehow here. We do not have a chimichanga yet. We came back around. I never liked the name Dijak until I realized that his last name was just a different spelling. Absolutely. Dijak. I was always a big fan of Dijak from even when he was out there putting on banger matches with Keith Lee. 100% when they were in the whole NXT North American kind of division.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't like him as what was it? T-Bar and
T-Bar and Mace.
What was that? And Retribution, which now every member of Retribution outside of Mia Yim, we had the last existing member in WWE of Retribution just wrestle earlier tonight here because Ali's gone, Dijak's now gone, Mace is gone, and Shane Thorne's been gone. So,
oh yeah, Shane Thorne's been gone a long time,
but he might come back. He's about to be a free agent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his contract, I believe, is coming up with New Japan. Well, he's down under Shane Haste and everything like that, but
okay.
Shane Thorne, Slapjack, all of that. But once going back to Dijak, once we got Dijak, yeah, he was the Dijakinita. I still swear, and I want this supercut of if you take all of Dijak's backstage segments and put them all together, I feel like it's like McBain in The Simpsons, of that you could really 100% put it as, its own little mini movie. KJ, shut up. I know you're trying to trigger me with that with saying Dijak's overrated. You know good and how well this man ain't overrated. Not a goddamn bit. I'm sad that they didn't use this man at all, just even on a mid-card level, anything on Monday Night Raw. Crazy. I saw people pitching the idea. You could have used that man as like Adam Pearce's enforcer of he's got to bring in somebody that's got to handle shit, because he can't get physical with a guy like Braun Breaker that's out there causing issues on Monday Night Raw. So I bring in Dijak, and much like when you had Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville a little bit, except Dijak can actually get physical with these motherfuckers.
Yeah. I actually watched the video of Dijak just before we jumped on stream. He was interviewed by Roman Wrestling, and basically he said when he got called up to the main roster, he said he knew that was like the worst decision. He basically said he knew in that moment, like, this is not good when he got called up to the main roster.
Because the talks beforehand, from what I know and everything like that, yeah, I see now the chat's even going at KJ out here trying to troll. Shut your whore mouth. Shane Thorne is marrying a member of Smosh. There you go. How has it Scripps been mentioned? I did mention Scripps. I said I was one of those, if that's up there with Schism as the worst names out there. But Dijak was in talks to be going after the NXT championship, and he wasn't planned at all to get drafted. So when that kind of came up on surprise, that's, I think, kind of when he saw the writing on the wall. I'm 37. I'm on a main roster contract. As far as I knew, I was supposed to be going after the NXT title. You would have had, say, a Dijak versus a Trick, which would have been babyface heel. It works a little bit. And I think they would have actually had some good matches, because you would have had Trick in there with a veteran who can slow him down. No, don't do 10 spots in 10 seconds. Do one and make it count. But once he goes up to the main roster and there's no plans for him, there's no nothing, any of that, Yeah, you kind of know at that point. It seems like the writing's on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, we're getting a hype up for Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka for the NXT Women's North American Championship at Heatwave.
That should be a fun match.
Bro, Tank is literally coming out here in a military helmet and everything. Hank and Tank are such a wrestling for life tag team. If there has ever been a wrestling for life, like actual physical tag team wrestling,
Tag team, yeah.
Hank and Tank. Because I think we were on stream calling them Hank and Tank before they called them Hank and Tank.
Hank and Tank.
We feel like
they took it from y'all. Y'all deserve royalties for that name.
Right. Well, we just want the jerseys. We want to just be out here looking like fucking Public Enemy and everything like that, like they do. Shout out if you remember who Public Enemy is. Your age is showing.
I definitely don't. So, you know.
There you go. Exactly. See, KJ remembers Hank and Tank made by Wrestling for Life. We birthed them. We called them Hank and Tank. Hank and Tank, a real tag team. Absolutely. I like them as like an NXT tag team. They kind of work, like I said, they very much remind me of the Nasty Boys, the Public Enemy, of very much just kind of two powerhouse dudes that are still going to kind of have a fun, a little bit of a comedy aspect to it, kind of upper mid-card tag team, but can still kind of go. And there's something here. I'm taking them over New Catch Republic. So, folks, let us know who you're taking, whether you're taking Hank and Tank after my sales pitch or you're taking New Catch Republic.
I'm going to take Hank and Tank with you. I'm not taking.
I told you, another satisfied customer.
I'm not taking New Catch Republic because of their name. So
you don't need khakis. You don't need any joggers.
Right.
Cardigan. Yes, I definitely remember Public Enemy because that's exactly what I was thinking. Good shout out. Yeah, 100%. And I remember how every fucking company that they went to, everyone hated Public Enemy except for ECW. I remember the APA beat the bejesus out of those two boys on national TV. As right now, Pete Dunne's working over Hank.
Looks like he's
New Catch for the win. Very Otis and Tucker vibes. Little heavy machinery. Hank and Tank. New Catch for the win. Yeah, the APA beat the tar out of them. Absolutely. Yeah. If you have not watched someone potato the shit out of another wrestler in a hot minute, go watch APA versus Public Enemy. I believe it was either on like a Raw or a Sunday Night Heat, I want to say, or something.
Now I'm gonna have to go find that match.
They beat the fucking tar and leather out of these two boys. Like John Bradshaw, already known. Like, think about it. You have John Bradshaw and Ron Simmons already have an issue with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And they're Vince's guys, 100%. And this is that era of WWE. And you know how Ron Simmons and JBL are, and they're tough SOBs. They just potatoed them. It looked like a fucking an Irish farm stand, the amount of fucking potatoes that were there. Oh, Tyler Bate about to get this man up for a superplex, and he worked all the way up for that. He's a strong boy.
What a superplex.
God damn, my memory's good then. If it was a Sunday Night Heat, thank you, MDB. I'm trying. I'm out here vitamin up, and I'm still remembering this. Damn. It's a blessing and a curse to remember this much wrestling. Oh, we're going spinning.
Taking them around the world.
I watched an episode of Heat damn near every week. Heat was such an underrated show, honestly. Heat's was WWE's best, like, not a main show ever.
It was cool to have like Heat before the Sunday pay-per-view too. Like,
absolutely. And it was free, and it was on TV. It was your way of that. Literally, I think Sunday Night Heat sold me a pay-per-view or two at times, or at least I'd convince probably around that time, like my dad, to watch it and then see, this is what they're going to do. Can we get the pay-per-view? Please just let me watch the thing. See, I mean, the thing is cool, right? yeah, Sunday Night Heat was dope. As we're in commercial break again, so we're on commercial break number 3. How you feeling as we're a half hour through your first live NXT, my guy? You hating it so far? You loving it?
I mean, halfway through, I'm enjoying it. This match right now is a bit slow, not a bad thing. But yeah, right now I think the way they kicked off with Jada Parker and Michin, I think that kind of set the tone for the rest of the night. So right now I'm into it. If a TNA superstar shows up, I'm gonna be more into it. Somebody like Nick says, have 911 already there,
right?
You know, I might even have to walk away. I don't know. We'll see.
The man's just gonna go darkness and just all that. Anthony's enjoying NXT. WWE Velocity, yeah, that was one too. But yeah, no. Well, I think especially following up a street fight to start off the show, you can't go. You've got to slow it down a little bit because you had 2 barricade booty breakers. You had the bad booty Mama Jamma, fucking Scott Steiner with posteriors out there.
Right.
So she got the 24-inch wagons instead of the 24-inch pythons. But
yeah, you kind of had to slow it down.
Well, you gotta let everybody catch their breath. They gotta have a walkabout. They gotta come down. They came down with the vapors. They gotta
right. Especially when you have like what was two holy shit chants
literally in one match. In one match.
Yeah. So you gotta slow it down for a bit.
You gotta take a breathe. You gotta take a respite. I just want to see Roxanne Perez. I miss WWE Velocity and Sunday Night Heat. Sunday Night Heat over Velocity 100%. I didn't watch a ton of Velocity. Live Wire. Oh shit. Well, then you had like WWE Metal and like Jacked. And now we're just going in a whole run of side like that. Now we have WWE Speed of how we had all the whole offshoots. Like Christ, respectfully, who watches a Level Up right now? Is main event still a thing? There's always been like the side shows of WWE, but they just never promote them, and you can never find them unless you're really searching them down.
When main event started on WG in America, I think they were trying to do something, right? They had like John Cena on the first episode, and then there was some other people
because they were revitalizing it from initially it was Sunday Night Main Event was one of the cornerstones of WWE television before you had a Raw and everything. So they had the name, the likeness. They were trying to do something with it. So yeah.
And then after that, it just kind of fell flat. Like it's no point of watching it anymore.
Yeah.
Now, is WWE Live Wire the show where you could call in?
You know what? I think so.
Okay. Because I vaguely remember that.
There's been so many. Well, Christ, remember Cyber Sunday? Do you remember? We're out here just member burying it. You remember? I remember. Speaking of members, become a member of the Wrestling for Life Network today. We got members only streams. We got emojis. We got everything and anything for you here. And you get, first come, first serve here when it comes to the chat and everything like that. Right now, we're back in action as Pete Dunne is stomping on Tank's hands. Bo said so. I don't get why Soul didn't win the first time. This Lonnie stuff is not working. No, I don't. It's only been like a week or so. Why are we already saying it's not working? Patience,
very long.
Patience, for fuck's sake. Patience. I know that there's another 3-lettered promotion that's on TV 3 times a week. That is fucking sporadic booking as shit. But patience. Sometimes storylines can last longer than a week. It's okay.
I mean, I wasn't really behind Lonnie winning because I wanted Lash to win, but so far, I mean, it's not. It has, like you said, it hasn't been long. I've enjoyed it.
There hasn't been much to judge it on, so I can't make a decision.
Right.
24-inch yams, yeah. Oh, you got me, my guy. As right now, Hank is firing it up, and again, my guy. The man's got a physique similar to my own, so I got to be behind this guy. That is the definition of peak male fitness right now in that ring with Hank right now about to rampage Jackson powerbomb. Pete Dunne here. Blind tag into Tank. Oh, sets him up for the diving clothesline off the top rope. Bate breaks it up. Could you see a 6-woman tag be added to Heatwave? Natalya, Carmen, Ariana. Carmen's injured. Natalia's allegedly not on a contract right now.
Right.
JC, Jasmine, Fallon. I could see something there, just not exactly potentially who you named. LimeWire, you want to get the FBI on you? Don't mention that anymore. You want to get sued?
I'm trying to see if Natty is still listed on the Superstar page. But I think her contract might have expired on Sunday.
Well, I know Ricochet's just recently did us. We've got the double slide tackle here from Hank and Tank. Yeah, main event still a thing. Who won the main event heat of its last episode? Boy, just tell me. I ain't gonna know this off the top right now. I ain't got time to Google that. No, it's the WWE events. What? Shotgun Saturday Night. We're just naming shows right now.
Definitely never heard of it.
LJ from BK. I remember sitting next to my mom begging her to order pay-per-view while I was watching Heat. We're going to start a petition then of just bringing back, I guess, WWE Sunday Night Heat here. Everybody's talking about it. We're all thinking about it, I guess, because we got Sunday Night Heatwave.
Right.
That's why they got Heat on the mind.
Sunday Night Heat was something special, though, watching that as a kid.
Well, absolutely. I like how they've caution taped off the barricade that's been broken.
By the booty.
Just notice that in the corner.
It's been broken by the booty.
By the big bad booty daddy. Yes, was calling show Taboo Tuesday. Nick, we don't always compare WWE or NXT to AEW. Okay. Context? True, but as Newcast gets the 1, 2, 3 here. Oh, Charlie Haas. It's been longer than a week, bro. Fair enough. It's still, like I said, there hasn't been enough to try and really, there hasn't been enough to judge it on. You're trying to judge it on what, a couple of vignettes?
So we were both wrong. Hank and Tank.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I feel kind of bad.
Well, I kind of just sold you on Hank and Tank there.
You did, but I feel like they should have won because I was here.
Well, we still got time for some TNA involvement, my guy.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
We got the Sean Spears video package here. But 2-0, 2-0. Tyler and Pete win 2-0. NXT Sunday Night Heat would be dope low key. Be better than Level Up. I can tell you that.
Is that still a thing? NXT Level Up?
Yeah, that's like I said, that's still been going on. I think that's still I don't know if there's still a Hulu exclusive kind of thing. They were there for a bit. And yeah, no, Bo, 100%. That's exactly what we're all about here. As I see 88 people had 88. We're trying to get to 9. Let's see if we can reach triple digits here. But yeah, no, we're not like some other channels here. Not gonna name names, but that we'll just ignore your chat, kick you out, anything like that. No, 100%. We argue with each other the whole time. Christ, these two men convinced me last night that I called Toronto Detroit.
We didn't convince you. The evidence proved that you said that Toronto was Detroit. We can roll back the
train. It's my turn. But no, 100% of it. Still, like, even right there, we're just out here having a good time. We've said it of the wrestling may suck, but we never do. This is 100% the safe space for your wrestling viewing.
Like, you even missed when, KJ and Nick were going heavy about what was going to go down at Clash at the Castle. That went on for like 5 weeks, it felt like.
Bro, we've had screaming matches on this show. Honestly, halfway lore, past lore of this channel. MDB, shut up. I will not
Thank
take
you,
this fake
MBB.
news. You are fake news, sir. But there was a point to where B Priestley almost broke this channel because he got that contested. I need some new glasses. Yeah, well, vitamins enhance the vision. It's good for the glaucomas.
Was this the name you were talking about earlier, Brinley Reese?
No, this is Brinley Reese. No, I was talking about
Because that's a terrible name too. Who named somebody
Carly Bright, Light Bright.
Carly Bright. Okay. Who named
She's the
somebody
already snooze chew, spooky dookie chew. But yeah, no, Brinley Reese is out here taking on Izzy Dame, which maybe pay attention on Thursday. You might see some Izzy's. But you didn't hear it from me. But no, Brinley Reese is very much, and who was it? Alexis, why did you call to Toronto, Detroit? I did. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Too. He was like, as they show Detroit, and I'm looking, I'm like, that's the CN Tower.
Listen, man, I fucked up. Okay, I had a mistake. I had a botch. 100%. I let it be.
No, we can't. We gotta drag you like they dragged what's her name on when she missed the top rope.
Storm.
I'm calling her Storm. I can't remember her name.
Christ, you're making me pop, so I can't remember it. Jay Cargill.
Yes, Jay Cargill. Like, I don't know why her name just like
I did the whole Damian Priest of I went for the spot out the rope and got hung up. I'm like passed that down. Oh, isn't this magical? You Nick had a Jay Cargill level botch. But anyways, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Like me still, please. But no, to where what was I? Oh, Brinley Reese. Somebody mentioned it. Now I gotta try and find this comment here. Don't hit on my girl Brinley. Where was it? Somebody mentioned about I apologize, I can't find the comment fast, but someone mentioned why do they need two Thea Hales? Because we've constantly talked about this and joked about it. Of Brinley Reese is kind of just like the less unhinged Thea Hale. Like Thea Hinge is like a full dose of Adderall. Brinley Reese feels like a half a dose.
Really? So that's
they're spastic squirrels, my guy. It is literally the definition of when you think of like, you know, the dog that's got one brain cell clacking together, that's just like squirrel. That's them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's okay, everybody. I mess up from time to time. You ain't never gonna catch me slipping.
I don't feel like it's time to time with Nick though. I feel like it's like every week, but you know, it is what it is.
I don't know. I think I got something to buy. So if you're watching us right now instead of just listening to us, you go watch the clip. You might get something, a little exclusive footage. If this was Fox, we'd just be black right now. You wouldn't
exactly just black, no audio, no nothing.
Be like Chappelle Show darkness. Contestant number 43 of the Little Miss Wrestling Pageant, Brinley Reese. Yeah, that's the fucking back on these names. Like, just goddamn. And they're all blonde. They're all blonde. Like, we literally, me and KJ were here one night and we're sitting there saying, well, folks, if you've ever wanted to know what color to dye your hair blonde, you have literally the entire blonde section of a Walmart hair dye that just right before your eyes of what shade do you want to pick.
Exactly. I'm still trying to like think of like who names their daughter Brinley. I don't know.
White people, Caucasians. I'm gonna keep it honest. Yeah. It's pretty obvious. As Robert Stone's out here with friend Stevie and Hormats, it's just God. Huh.
That's Stevie
Turner.
Okay, that's the one.
So we have an assistant GM to the assistant GM to who feels like the assistant GM.
Okay.
So Stevie is Robert's assistant. Robert is Ava's assistant, it seems. And then Ava just feels like HBK's assistant.
Okay. All right. There's a lot of assistants around here.
A lot of people still employed that we don't have anything technically for you, but we'll give you camera time.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. As a member of that delegation, I think I can speak fully on that topic. Of that is a Caucasian ass name. Remember Robbie E and Jesse? Yeah, well, you should be a fan of Robert Stone because he was out there with Robbie E and TNA.
And TNA, yeah, I remember that.
DJ Zima
A
Ion.
long time ago. I think at one point, Jay Wild from Jersey Shore was involved with Robbie E.
Of course they were.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't have the situation in the match. And Snooki was the special guest referee. But
it's
so we're
funny
getting
how they had Snooki in WWE and then Jay Wild in TNA. Jay Wild wasn't good enough for TNA. I mean for WWE.
I almost would have taken Jay Wild probably over Snooki.
Oh no! I mean, I agree.
Snooki was terrible. Snooki was terrible in the ring as an actual wrestler. She's at least Jay Wild was at least tall. You had a fucking 4.5-foot meatball out there. You had Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force trying to act like they're a pro wrestler and an actual credible fucking threat to do anything to anyone. Do any harm to anything outside of a wet paper bag or a tissue. As folks, as I'm going on a tirade, we've got Izzy Dame taking on Brindley Reese. So we've got tall blonde woman on short blonde woman, but I'm taking Izzy for this. I actually do, as much as I'm taking the piss out of both women, I do really kind of like both of them. I think that they have potential. They just really need to find fucking something.
And new names.
Well, they just find a character before you find a new name, I feel.
If they're trying to find something, maybe they need to find Jake something. I don't know.
Hey, there you go. Speaking of odd names in wrestling.
Right, Jake something.
I don't know who's winning, but I think something is. It's just, well, again, I said it before with Jada Parker. If she went to the main roster right now, there's no one on the main roster that does what she does. You can think of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people on the main roster that do exactly what both of these women do right now.
Right. Well, the first thing I said when in my head when I saw Izzy Dane, I was like, she gives me, and I could be wrong, but she gives me Charlotte vibes.
Tall blonde, yeah. Not as athletic, but like I said, tall blonde, so it makes sense.
Oh, is that Tatum?
Yeah. If you ever want the clearest recording of Tatum Paxley's entrance music, watch when she came out at Against All Odds to take on Jordan Grace. You could have heard crickets even getting confused by how silent it was.
I didn't even know who it was until the name showed up.
Oh, that's bad.
I didn't until she came out, and I was like, "Oh, that's Tatum Paxley. Great."
And be really cool to see Masha on NXT. Yeah, but she shows up and she fucks everyone up. If you get Masha Slamovich, who's still the PWI last year for the women's rankings, did her dirty. If she was top 15, I believe, in the men's, but was less than that in the women's, like how the fuck does that work? If you're higher in the overall, but not in the women's. But yeah, she would show up. Her, Killer Kelly, they show up in NXT. They destroy the division.
They're taking everyone out.
Yeah, but granted, I worry they get used like Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. So Izzy Dane picks up the win here in a quick-ass match. As we're now at Chase U. So now they're running through the history of tag team title matches, or at least NXT tag title matches in Toronto here. So they'll be taking on Nathan Frazier and Axiom for the NXT tag titles at Heatwave here.
Okay. Now, what is this Chase U thing? Oh,
do you have 4 hours, sir?
I remember like
long story short, right now, they had the university. They didn't have the university. The university was initially over, and now it's kind of lost and faded and everything like that. Essentially, they've been pretty much slightly cheating because of Ridge. As they're showing the footage right now of Ridge helping them cheat to win their shot for the tag titles. As Ridge has been this kind of on the outs. Ridge has been very weird, honestly. He's retired, unretired. He's the Leo Rush of WWE right now a little bit.
Ooh.
Well, in a bad way of retires, unretires. He's the Brett Favre. And so he's been trying to win over being back in Chase U. He's been trying to be like the big brother figure to Thea Hale, but he's pretty much getting them to turn heelish or trying to because he's cheating while they're all trying to do it on the up and up.
Okay. That's a lot.
Yes. Like I said, that was the Cliff Notes. So that's why I said before, do you have 4 hours to break this down? Because
I know the first time I was on an NXT stream, they were going through, and it was me and KJ. They were going through a scandal.
Yes.
And I was like, they needed to call Olivia Pope for help, but I don't remember what that scandal was.
That was that they had already. Andre Chase had pretty much bet the house on Chase U, and I was bankrupt at that point. Of the university was bankrupt. That's what it was. Did they give up on Ridge? They just shoved him in this group. Yeah, they've been giving up on Ridge. Keep it a buck. Yeah. Sup, Kevin, what up? Christopher saying, I love Chase U. Where was it? Chase U's one on It's Welcome. Absolutely. Excuse me. As now I'm getting, is it just an NXT ad or is it?
I think it's just an NXT ad. Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's like an Under Armour fucking Reebok ad or something. There's pitching merch. But anyways, speaking of merch, we have merch. But anyways, Deadpool party. Why does all the NXT girls look the same? Like all Tiffany clones. Fembots, my guy. Yeah, no. Tiffany was a breakout of this. If it is, think about who, on one hand, think about who most gymnasts are, respectfully, a little bit, where a lot of them have been brought in from the NIL deals, and also who hired a lot of these people initially. So he who shall not be named had a prevalence for blondes. I'll put it that way.
It seems like he did.
Absolutely. Just a wee bit. He's getting small hallway walk-up things are trash. Paul's just losing his marbles about small hallways for some reason. Man just watched Willy Wonka to where, the fucking hallways kept shrinking, and he just fucking lost his mind about it here.
Right.
But folks, I will remind everybody, as we are in commercial break, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. That is Ringside Anthony. I am Big Nate. We're back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow for Wednesday night Dynamite. We got the fallout from Forbidden Door. We've got the mystery opponent taking on Jeff Jarrett. We've got everything leading up after Forbidden Door. I'm trying to remember what else.
We got Britt Baker.
Well, we've got Britt Baker showing up. We're going to have Mercedes and Monet addressing that as well. And it's their whole beach break episode brought to you.
That means it better be good.
Or something. Yeah. Well, I'm mad that they aren't doing it, that no wrestling show ever does anymore, to where you've actually got like the floating pool or anything like that. To where you don't have Kevin Nash doing cannonballs. There's no, fucking surfs up spots or anything like that. Instead, we've got just, kiddie pools and boogie boards.
Right. It looks like trying to pull up what might be happening tomorrow. It looks like Will Ospreay is defending his international
Ospreay versus Daniel Garcia.
Yeah.
That if Ospreay would have won, that would have been a 2-title match. That you would have had Daniel Garcia competing for 2 titles.
Right.
Already interesting. He's competing for 1. And again, it's baby faces. It's a lot of AEW to me has just the issue of they don't have a top heel. Every top guy that they have, they've pushed as a baby face. Heyman's probably going to come back as a baby face. I don't think he's going to be the surprise entrant because he was scorned by the Bucks. Why would he pair with them? MJF's a baby face now. Ospreay's a baby face. Swerve's a baby face. Garcia's a babyface.
And MJF was supposed to be the big heel, and then it turned into him being, a big baby face. So,
well, yeah, it's one of those. He just became a little bit that he's unavoidable. You got to cheer for him at this
right,
point.
right.
It's kind of hard not to. It's kind of hard to hate him, and he doesn't have a dance partner when it comes to that company anymore. I feel.
No, absolutely agreed. I don't know. I guess I was gonna say maybe Samoa Joe. With Samoa Joe,
He's a babyface.
Oh shoot. Well, never mind.
Yeah, he's going against the learning tree.
I know
Chris Jericho might be your top heel outside of the Young Bucks because fuck off with them. Chris Jericho, beyond that, might be your top heel in AEW right now.
Okay.
Anyone put stick in the back of their throat? No, just me. As I got Lola Vice out here cutting a promo, and now you see why KJ is quiet in the chat because he's got to use both hands here.
Oh, got the face to face. I'm
All
liking this. I'm still mad that Jordan Grace didn't get a chance to beat Roxanne, but it is what it is.
Oh, she will when she signs with them.
Oh yeah, true.
I think that's the foregone conclusion here down the road. Oh, that's a weird one. Long shot odds: Ricky Starks versus Double J. Ooh, I don't think likely at all, but interesting. Eric, I really hope they give Ariana something for Heatwave. Yeah, well, it's in Toronto, so maybe she'll kind of host it.
That would be nice.
She'll probably do like the intro video. Now that the DMD is back, this push, Jamie Hayter coming back to All In if she's ready. You got me swinging on Jamie Hayter. This woman's been out for almost 2 years. She's been out. Who's been out longer? Odyssey Jones or Jamie Hayter? I feel like it's been very close. It's a tight knit.
I think it's close because didn't he get drafted again?
He literally, the man went a whole year without a match and still got drafted. How would you feel as a talent? You're out there imagining this, looking at this kayfabe wise of
right
the fucker who didn't wrestle at all last year.
So it looks like Jamie Hayter, she's been out since May of 2023.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Well, Christ. Nikita Lyons is getting up there. Speaking of NXT, if she's been out and out and out, and now you've got Jada Parker that's past her, you've got Lola that's past her, you've got Lash that's past her. Right now, Nikita Lyons was the flavor of the month, and now she comes back. I think it's past its sell by a little. She's got to really work back to get that back.
Right. And wait, you said Lash is out too?
No, I was naming people that had passed.
Her. Oh, okay.
Out.
That makes sense now.
Right. I love Lola's outfit of Lola's the sexiest damn disco ball I've ever seen. She's 100% J-Lo. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, it's definitely J-Lo. It's giving J-Lo.
Oh, absolutely. Styles makes fun. I like this though. I like heel Roxanne because she doesn't have to just be the plucky baby face anymore.
Right.
I was a fighter before I was even born. How is that physically possible? Literally. Just, I know it's a cliche thing, and I get the fucking reference, I get the metaphor and everything like that, but just Jesus, tap dance are crazy. How is that physically possible?
How is that possible? No, agreed.
It's pre-boarding. What do you get on before you get on?
Okay, she's
getting shut the fuck up.
Are we just giving out our resumes? I was a bank teller and became a branch manager. So, let's get all
talk that talk. Big dog.
All right, Boston. We agree here. I was excited for this, but I'm not.
No.
This is not.
I like the back and forth. I just don't like the sad cry face. Like I don't like
the sad cry face and the
I mean,
voice.
I mean, it's working. It's getting people behind it. I think I gotta probably run it back and hear it again. But yeah,
But the thing about this here is we called her J-Lo, right? J-Lo
yeah.
is not a great actor.
This is G Lee. This is G Lee right here.
She sounds like J-Lo when she was crying in Enough. That's
Yeah,
exactly
shut up,
what it
fucking
sounds like.
tear. You can't, nothing out here. It's just kind of sad cry face. Cry me a river, fake cry. Yeah. I was there until the cry face. The cry face is killing it for me here. Like, Lola's supposed to have been this badass coming to this. If she should be in here, cool. Talk that talk. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. She was just out here staring down and beat Shayna Baszler in Raw or at NXT Underground. Why is she out here? No, stop that.
I just went through a lot of things in my life. Like, no, ain't nobody got time for all that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. You can have that. Not even what I'm mad at. Why is Roxanne so bad at acting since Taylor? No, it's the other way around right now at this point. Roxanne's the one that's good in this segment. Has to tell you, hey. Yeah, Lola's the one out here that she's got a lot to go with the promos, I feel. Roxanne, to me, she's right here because they are waiting for something for her on the main roster.
Right. I think that's what's happening here.
Oh, artist, I believe in kayfabe. What the hell, though? That was just bad. And I know somewhere deep down in my heart, I still love you. That's what that was. Fuck. Lady B. You gotta kill me. I know. I still love you. The greatest fucking cry in TV history. Lola push just hit on iceberg. Yeah, a little bit. This is Titanic. She got a fucking submarine.
This fake crying gotta stop. It's giving desperate.
I will be the first Cuban American NXT Women's Champion. But it's one of those of sell a tier, have something happen,
have something come down.
Right, you should have be no Sean Moreno out here to where you got faucets coming out and everything like that. But just to sit there and just do the sad, like it's the terrible, like local theater acting of gotta just get the squinty eyes to sell like I'm crying, but there's no believability behind it. There's no, you don't shed a tear, nothing. Meanwhile, we've got Paul Heyman who's out here staying up all night, so he's out here fucking bug up, red-eyed, barely shaven, disheveled. And meanwhile, we've got Lola Vice. I know deep down in my heart, as a Cuban American, I can confirm we know how to cry. Yoel Romero was a better actor than this shit. Jesus.
That was cringe. That was cringe worthy right there.
Well, like I said, I think about an artist who said it of the Lola push.
You would lie,
hit a tectonic plate, hit an iceberg right there.
That was not great, MDB. That was
terrible. This is a slap away from bad telenovela. Yes, that the days of our lives. Check out
exactly. This was given daytime television.
Yeah, it's the J Lola. It's the worst. Yeah. It's bad. Like it was good until it wasn't. Not gonna lie, they had us in the first half. At what point do the producers tell the truck to cut her mic? No, you can't do that during that. Like, well, she had to have had to reverse that of Paul Heyman used a crying. What? No, what the fuck are you on about? What is a crying stick, by the way? Anyways, that promo was great. Andy B's the only one out here just giving it a thumbs up. Everyone's like, what the fuck was that? Bad acting. Where Okada went, yeah, that was Okada with the, oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm so sorry, bitch. That's what that was. That was Lola doing bad Okada crying. As fucking there's a new hire, the new trainee to the no quarter catch crew here. Man's out here working the day shift at fucking McDonald's, making the fucking quarter pounders. They're just a bad faction. As we're finally going to be getting, folks, as we're in commercial break, God knows how many at this point. But we're finally going to be getting the behind the scenes and everything. The whole documentary we thought we were going to be getting right after WrestleMania. It just only took 3 months to get here.
Right. I'm excited for this. Like, this is literally the first thing I'm watching when we head off stream tomorrow. I am watching this.
Did you see people that were like, why is Triple H got to be the front and center of this and everything? Of all, like some of the promo stuff that they've had is Triple H at the front and then The Rock and Roman and Cody and all of that on the sides and everything. But it's the behind the scenes shit. It's literally what this guy does. Is what
exactly. He's creative. He's head of creative. This is his moment. Like,
right.
The IWC makes a big thing out of everything. It's crazy.
It's people just enjoy making mountains out of molehills.
Right.
Lola is from the Okada acting school. Yeah, literally. She didn't say bitch though, or did she? She might have. You got to throw that in there. Lola Vice City was a thing at one point, but no more. Yeah, that did. Honestly, I know I'm kind of being partial here and clicking on the comments that seem to agree with us, but let us know in the chat. I wish I could, do what KJ does half the time and put a pull up here. But was that just how are we feeling after the Lola Vice promo here? Like, that's not even the face off anymore. It's now just the Lola Vice incident. I feel a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. That was Lola Vice exposed. Like,
literally, 100%. What you caught an 8K and I know it's still NXT, it's still developmental. I don't want to drag this woman amongst the coals and everything like that. But that was a suffer and succotash moment. That was one of those 100% of, all right, so now you hit your big iceberg here. Now you've got to work around this. Right. Because now you got to realize that that's not your strong suit. You got to go back to the drawing board because that shit did not work.
But you said it earlier where she was given, I don't want to use the word strong promos, but she was given decent promos up with, Natalya, up with Shayna Baszler.
Right.
She was doing that rough, that rough type of promo. And then she
I'm a fighter.
Right. And changed it up. And like not one tear was produced and it just didn't deliver like it was supposed to deliver. I don't know.
You couldn't hit them smelling salts or anything like that and just trying to get a tear going, nothing like that.
Right, nothing. So it's like you gotta kind of go, like you said, go back to the drawing board and like, okay, we got to do something different here.
MDB's the only one so far, respectfully, that I've seen.
I don't believe he actually liked that promo. He's lying. He's trying to get
contrarian. He's the reverse Boston.
Right.
He's the reverse Boston.
He didn't like it.
That was almost as cringe as Becky Lynch's debut. Oh, when she was out there, hoity-toity.
Oh man, that was a long time ago, but that was cringy as well.
Right, and it's crazy to think that that's where she started and where she's at now.
Now, yeah, totally different. Like complete 180.
Netflix said, all right, I shouldn't have clicked on that one. Taylor, you can have that. If they're doing great at making big money. Robert, I don't quite get the full context of what you're saying, but yeah. I'm gonna let you read that one because that one got me. Good big girls don't cry. Who knew Eddie Thorpe was such a player out here? I'm not a player, I just crush a lot. What fucking music are they playing? What party have you ever been to that's playing like this? Like
it's like techno
Firestarter, fucking techno rage music.
Right.
Yeah, so this is what we should be doing with Lexus King out here. He's talking about Scorpion, Van Halen, 3-minute guitar solos. That's what the people love. This man should 100% be the fucking rocker fucking hair metal guy.
Right. And the other guy's talking about bass music, EDM.
Yeah, Eddie Thorpe's kind of
Tetris music.
Like if, Tatanka ran a rave. He's got the native gimmick and everything, and it's very much,
Right.
As we've got Miles Bourne and the rest of No Quarter Pound Catch Crew, is Damon Kemp out here looking beside himself. It's crazy to think that they had Damon Kemp and Gable Steveson, both brothers, on the roster, and Damon Kemp's the one that actually worked out as a pro wrestler. Now, granted, Gable Stevenson's out there with the Bills, which I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As we've got Aura Mensa coming out right now. So we're going to get Aura Mensa taking on... I just said this man's name, and I've already forgotten it. The homie from No Quarter Catch Crew here. Blonde, Action Jackson, slightly slimmer Parker Boudreaux, all of that. I still Miles Bourne. Yeah, Miles Bourne.
Yeah,
there we go.
I was trying to go there with you. I couldn't even think of the name.
Fair enough. So, folks, let us know who you're taking. And Metaphor has grown on me. It's funny because Chase U initially was the faction that everybody liked on NXT, and Metaphor was the one of, and now it's become Metaphor is the faction everybody likes, and Chase U's the one of, all right, we're seeing you. Go away now. Go away.
I'm still not over this name Aura Mensa though. I just
Aura Gel Mensa for the win.
I don't know if it was Shawn Michaels that came up with that name, but he needed to go back to the drawing board. Even though he blocked me, he will never see it.
He was there before because he was in NXT UK as Aura Mensa.
So this is he who should not be named's fault.
This is one of those of the fucking Voldemort of pro wrestling. Naming Aura Mensa for the win, Mensa, Miles Bourne for the win, Aura Joe Mensa. I just really like Metaphor because I'm a big fan of Lash Legend, and I really like Jakara Jackson. I think that there's something there down the road with Jakara Jackson.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Jakara Jackson and Lash Legends. I think they both have potential in NXT and on the main roster.
You want to watch me piss off the RWC in about 10 seconds? Give it a couple of years, and Jakara Jackson's Mercedes Monet's equivalent in WWE. CEO. It's weird to see someone else do it before I'm doing it. It's like, oh yeah, do dance.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past that actually happening. I wouldn't put it past. A lot of people were like have really strong mixed feelings about Mercedes Moné. Like it's terrible. It's terrible out there.
Right. It's hard out here for a pimp. We'll talk about that as Aura 100% missed that kick, by the way, like by a fucking mile. The knee out of the ropes there. I believe in Shawn Michaels' decisions. I like Aura Mensa. I like the character. I hate the name.
The name. It's giving Aura Gel. It's giving braces. I don't know.
It's making me feel like I might have, tooth pain or something like that.
Right.
Miles Bourne is actually deaf. Fair enough. As I think actually just taking a pause there. As yes, I do know that was Miles Bourne, and I feel halfway bad at poking at the kid a little bit and everything like that. But they haven't presented him well. They haven't done anything with them. It is impressive that he's very much like the Matt Hamill of anybody that remembers him taking on John Jones and all of that of being in the UFC. But yeah, I don't think he's fully, but I think he does need like hearing aids and all of that, which is impressive as shit to still be doing what he's doing. But they gotta get something with him here. Like this is one of those a little bit almost. You need the developmental here or something a little bit. As I am a commercial break right now, folks, so I will remind everybody again, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do have the super chats, the super stickers as well. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. We're back at it tomorrow for Wednesday Night Dynamite. Thursday, our Money in the Bank predictions preview show. Friday night SmackDown, the go home show from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, not Detroit, Michigan. For the go home show for Money in the Bank. Then we've got Money in the Bank on Saturday. It's weird having a Money in the Bank or having a WWE premium live event actually in the evening instead of a brunch with the boys, middle of the afternoon, everything like that. But then we've got Sunday Night Heatwave as well. Christ, now the whole talk about Sunday Night Heat earlier has just warped my brain, but we'll be here for Heatwave as well on Sunday. So absolutely be a friend, tell a friend. I've seen plenty of new names in the chats. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, we've just passed 5.22K after we had just passed 5K the week before. So already super crazy to see 200 plus subscribers just within a week. So absolutely help keep this thing going. Share it as wherever you can. If you know someone out there that's talking wrestling, that's got a wrestling t-shirt, that used to watch it, just wants to hang out, let them know about us. Absolutely. Hit that like, hit all the bell notifications. It's free. It costs you nothing, but it means the world to us, and it does nothing but help stroke that algorithm. Christ, we got all the buttons, gizmos, and gadgets, so even if you're bored, you can sit there and just click on some other shit. But Ronnie, thank you for the $2 super sticker. I gotta go to the YouTube to see what it is. Oh, it's just $2. Hey, I got $1. I got $1. I got $2. Hey. Let's go. Appreciate you, Ronnie. Not the Orlando Space Needle. Shut the fuck up. Larry. Not the Tampa Bay symbol. Listen, I'm a simple-minded man. My God, I'll do my best, Dusty Rhodes. I'm just a simple-minded man here, baby. You know, we make mistakes out here when we're talking so fast at times. So, nah, bring it on. I can take it. I got thick skin. Oh, I even went back to it. I can't wait until Lash Legend joins the main roster and have a match with Naomi. Oh, Deadpool. When Anthony comes back, bring up Lash Legend versus Naomi, because 100% you want to get that man going. I feel you just got to mention something around Naomi. There we go. Oh, and absolutely, I feel like I kind of have to. I've had to own it a couple of times here. I had to show up on Monday Night Raw right after Clash of the Castle, after I was out here ride or die with Drew McIntyre, losing in Scotland, and then CM Punk cost him. So I show up on Monday Night Raw in a CM Punk shirt. I own my stuff. Nicole, what up? Hey, shout out. I think KJ is secretly planning his debut at Money in the Bank at the Canadian Announcers table. You never know. Is he going to leave me? Am I going to have to join the Canadian Announcers table? Fucking took me a minute. Yeah, he's got to speak Torontonian out there. He's got to translate for him. They're going to be out there talking about, their bags of milk and their fucking space needles and all of that. They got to just gripe over the Maple Leafs for fucking 3 hours here. Lola just had a Shockmaster moment. Oh, I don't think it was not that bad, because that's a one you can't recover back from, honestly. I think that was very much, like I said, that was your suffer and succotash moment. That was your, all right, that was really not good, so let's just never do that again. Like, they're not going to use, are they going to use some of that in the video package for Heatwave? And they'll probably put, you think you're special, you do, behind it, or something to hype us up and make it think that it wasn't as bad as it really was. But watching that was watching a ship run into an iceberg. It was, yeah, it was just, and she's so good. She's cut those great promos before. She seemed like such a badass, and just the the fake, kind of forced cry face was just the cringiest thing in a minute on NXT, and that's a hard thing to do. Nick, is that Canadian Klingon? Maybe. As we're back in action, as Damon Kemp's the only one out here trying to get this man to cheat. So Damon Kemp's still trying to keep them a heel faction. That's what's keeping the tension here of quarter pound crews out here still trying to, stay as a band. Oh, rolling kick into the corner as Aura picks up the 1, 2, 3 is caused by the distraction. So this is the tension right now going on with the no quarter catch crew here, is that Damon Kemp's trying to still get them to use the brass nose, trying to still keep them a heel faction, keeping this, dirty. Meanwhile, everybody else seems like we're out here trying to, move them babyface a bit here. That segment needed the American Idol song. Christ. Honestly, if someone can do an edit of that and can send it to me or to us, I need that in my life. Of just after she cuts that promo, just the GTA wasted, or actually is cutting it. So you had a bad day. You take it. Because, yeah, I really like Lola as much as I've gone at her and argued with KJ about her and everything like that, and picked against her. But that was just, it was not good. It was good until it wasn't, that whole segment. And it really brought everything way down with that. Metaphor, Boston, you just hating to hate at this point, respectfully. Dale's 3-0, MDB 4-0. So Ora Mensa picked up the win here. Meta 3-0 as so we're going through Wesley. I swear to God, if we get the fucking Rascals when Anthony's not here, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. But we're hyping up Wesley out here. It's still great to see him back. Of when he left, we didn't know what was going to happen. I remember being here and initially halfway thought it was part of the storyline and everything, but to find out it was as devastating as it really was. And he's back here and he hasn't missed a beat, hasn't missed a step, and is still right back in the thick of it here. Just unfortunately, you ran into the fucking iceberg. Speaking of icebergs, you ran into the iceberg named Ora Mensa. As that was so good. You're even showing the shadow of him behind Wesley as he's cutting his promo. That's just such a good little fucking touch. That's one of those, if you notice, you notice, and if you don't, it doesn't take anything away, which is amazing. That's the best way to include stuff like that, is it's enough that if you notice and you get it, you go along with it, but it's not enough that if you don't get it, that's so good. As they literally use the shadow of Oba kind of walking in and blocking out the light and casting a shadow over Wesley to where that ends his whole segment when it completely cuts out the whole shadow on him. And then now you've got Oba's perspective on all of this, which I'm still standing on business with this man of. They're going to have to ask this man politely to give them the title back when he goes up to the main roster here. This man is instantly out the gate, blue chip upon blue chip upon blue chip. This guy is a guy who 100% could instantly jump to the main roster, but you still got to protect him a little bit. You still got to, it's going to be interesting of when this man loses, then what? Because right now he is the most dominating force in NXT. If he sets his sights on the world title, Trick, watch out, my guy, because you're just running into a freight train. He has been the most impressive rookie. I'll say this here. Like, I know we've got our kind of mid-year awards, our golden KJs here coming up here, but I almost want to say and throw my hat in the book here. I don't know if it fully qualifies, but for rookie of 2024, Oma family's kind of got to be a runaway here a little bit with this, unless there's somebody that I'm missing, that I'm forgetting. But this man is just become a force of nature on NXT. Oba versus Jacob Fatu would be great. Christ, give me just Oba family versus Bronson Reed. As we've got Gallus and I got to look up Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe. They need a tag team name like no other. Take it on Gallus right now, as they're just fighting backstage, laying everybody out with steel chairs out here. So I don't think we're getting this match, but we're just throwing hands. Gallus has been a disrupting force here recently in NXT, and we've seen it a little bit of. Tyson and them haven't really had that outside of that one match. They've really just been kind of shooing people off, what have you. Yeah. As we're back in commercial break again of the ruler, I will rule you. Get your what up? Get your way. Nah, metaphor is not good. You know I'm right. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You can't have that. You don't have to take that. Wait till the promo gets on YouTube and it'll be done. Yeah. They'll get ratioed like Dijak. Oma Femi versus Omos. No, they need to pair them two together. The Nigerian Nightmares. There you go. Absolutely. Christ, you get Apollo Crews out there, kind of halfway their little mouthpiece. Their manager that wrestles, just don't give them the terrible accent again, what have you. Or even you get MVP. MVP as their mouthpiece of Apollo Crews, Oma Femi, or I mentioned I'm out at Apollo, just collateral. But you get MVP as the mouth. Well, Christ, Oma honestly doesn't even exactly need a mouthpiece, but that's just really good. I'm really excited for what they can do with this guy. I'll leave it at that. I want Braun Breaker versus Braun Strowman versus Bronson Reed and LeBron James and all the Bronze and James and Bronze. Yes. Chris Jacobs, Braun and Tiffy Tom for the main roster rookies. Nah, well, I get what you're saying, but I'm not looking at it of rookies on main roster. I'm saying rookies in the business of like this has been what you would define as their rookie year. I know sometimes it ends up a little bit like the Joel Embiid, the Ben Simmons issue of to where they kind of had a rookie year, but they got injured, so it didn't fully count as a rookie year. But I would have to say right now off the top of my head that I would say that it's got to be Oma's kind of run here. One is NXT pay-per-view. It is Sunday night at, I believe it kicks off at 8 o'clock. I can let you know when we will be live. As I go through real quick. So we will be live at 6:45 for Money in the Bank and also Heatwave as well on Saturday and Sunday. So we got you covered, even the pre-show before the pre-show, 100%, because nobody out there talking as much live wrestling as we are. I agree, Tony and St. J. I still want, if we're going to talk in Jacob fantasy matches here, I still just want Jacob versus Roman. That's to me just the match I give a shit more about than I do Roman solo at this point. Like, a little. I don't know what you're going on about, Larry, but you can have that. Tony Hayes, saying Jacob. All I know is whoever loses in the North American title match will go after an NXT championship. I don't think so. I think because think about it. If Wesley loses and it's his last shot, so what stake does he have to claim to go after the NXT title? I mean, I could see them doing it, but you coming off a couple back-to-back losses, my guy, and you're going to just try and jump the line? Nah, don't work like that. You got to kind of build yourself up here. We've got Malik and Idris out here with Brindley Reese as we're back in action. If you don't want me around, well, what would be the casting couch without you? Do you think Carl was supposed to be in the Roxanne's place as NXT's top heel? Cora Jade? No. So we've got the Good Brothers out here just hijacking the camera, calling out the mud. Now, is it interesting that you had Mia Yim, you had the Good Brothers drafted to SmackDown, but 100% they've been pretty much just NXT superstars since then. Why didn't we have them just go to NXT? Why didn't we have them anything like that and just stayed here? As Anthony, you're missing Carly Bright versus Spooky Dookie Choo here. We're getting Carly Lightbright here.
I'm back.
Brought to you by Toys R Us. We've got the KB Toys. I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
Her theme,
who's her
though,
fucking assistant coming out here?
Like, what is her theme? I don't.
Generic.
Is given the Grand Ole Opry. That's I don't.
It's just generic as shit. As Spooky Dookie Choo. I saw people saying that she should be involved in the Wyatts, and I wanted to get sick in my mouth.
Why?
Because Spooky must be with Spooky.
Like, no, she's perfectly fine by herself.
Yes, away
from, right.
Well, she was Mei Ying before. She was out there with Xia Li, which surprisingly we haven't seen any Xia Li discussion on the independent scene or anything like that.
I think she is up for a booking.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't know when. I'm gonna try to see if I can Google it real quick.
But she was out there with Xia Li and Christ, what's his name there? Boa. As she was, the fucking evil supreme leader, and now she's out here just the fucking chick that's the sorority sister at Halloween on a sleepover. So this is what you wanted, my guy. You got your Spooky Wendy Choo. What do you think of it?
I like Wendy Choo. I like her little spooky character.
I don't get it. Why is she spooky?
I don't know if
she's possessed by the nap demon. What is going on here? Lord Stanley took over her body.
Could it be a little of Nightmare on Elm Street where she invades your dreams? I don't know.
How can she invade your dreams when she's busy catching Z's catching her dreams? She goes in her dreams to catch you in your dreams?
Well, sometimes, in wrestling, we can't explain everything that happens.
Ooh, Dream Weaver. Like I said, it just looks like a sorority sister on Halloween night to me. Don't work for me, dog.
It's giving sleepover on Halloween night.
It's slasher sleepover vibes. She's got the little Jack Skellington fucking face paint. She did the basic bitch effort into a Halloween costume here. As she's out here with Carly Bright again. So we've got Wendy Choo, who we have no explanation, we have no reasoning as to why she's spooky outside of just it is what it is. She's not sleepy, she's spooky. We've moved on in the dictionary and everything of onto the next S word against Carly Bright, who again, her name's Bright, but I've never seen a superstar dimmer.
Oh, how that went together so well.
Exactly, 100%. It's like I'm a poem with these words.
I think we should put Wendy Choo with the Decay in TNA. She'll fit well.
Well, that's because her gimmick and her career seems to be decaying, so that works. She's the sleep paralysis demon.
That's perfect.
Sister Abigail. She's sorority sister Abigail. I'm amazed, honestly, so far that this has been a halfway competitive.
It really has, but like you say, Carly Bright's light is very dim. So
well, and this has normally been even halfway a squash match here of Deadpool, Wendy, JoJo, Siwa. Yes. The stupid ass JoJo Siwa dance. Bad baby killing our Carly. What?
Wait.
I hate Carly Bright with all my might. 2 count, 2 count. She's got
And
this.
who is the other girl that's out there?
I honestly cannot answer that question. I have
Okay.
watched every episode of NXT since I've been on this channel, and I believe and cannot answer that question, sir.
Okay. All right.
Spooky Chew versus Abaddon. No, Abaddon's fucking 10 times better than this. I will trade 10 Wendy Chews for one Abaddon. I just even hate how she's even got the little makeup underneath her eye that's still the white, so it looks like she can do the taker eyes without doing the taker eyes.
Oh, so it just seems like you just hate everything that Spooky Chew does.
Exactly, because it's bad, it's trash, it's a 2-pack of ass, dude. Tell me something that's good.
I like the attire. It's weird, but I like it.
A fucking 90. It hasn't changed from what she was wearing before. She's tapping out with the chicken wing. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
The way she's looking at the camera.
It's straight to DVD spooky Alexa Bliss is what it is.
Not this is a C-rated horror movie.
Yes, 100%. This is one of those horror movies to where it's like got the killer tire and shit like that. Or I've seen those to where you've got like the killer turkey. That type of B, C, D, XYZ level horror.
Okay. So it's giving like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey type vibes.
That was a really
yes
and no, because it's one of those if it's supposed to be this like, hey kids, but it's trying to be horror. It's very confusing. It's conflicted. But speaking of conflicted, I will unconflict myself here for a brief minute here, sir.
All right. So we are getting a package of the NXT champion Trigger Williams talking about Heatwave. I guess you guys are giving out your like how well your predictions are doing. So we got 5-0. Dell is 5-0. MDB, he's lying. He's probably not 5-0, but we'll give it to him. Damian Hayter 4-1. RM says the indie gimmick should not be in NXT. To each his own. To each his own. Wendy out here looking like she's going to be in the next Tim Burton film. Looks like we head into our next match. We got Jasmine Nix coming out. Don't remember who she's fighting tonight, but MDB 5 nights at Wendy's. Byron Wendy Chu as champion booking Anthony. I like her. I like her little spooky gimmick. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I guess we have to see what happens like over the next couple of weeks with it. I don't know as it continues to progress. Just like with if you've been watching TNA, that spooky gimmick that I can't remember his name, but he's spitting out black ink and everything is so weird, so interesting at the same time. Jonathan Gresham. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of spookiness going on. Eric Tate, good show tonight. So far, so good. I've contrary to what I've been saying, I've actually enjoyed NXT so far tonight. The only downer was the whole Jennifer Lopez and Roxanne Perez moment. I don't know what was happening there. RM says they have been letting Jasmine wrestle a lot. Over the past, times I've watched, I have seen Jasmine on the card. Richard down here says Wendy Chu might be gone into the mountain where the judgment day is. Are we calling Wendy Chu the boogeyman? Is that what we're doing? Calling Wendy Chu the boogeyman? Maybe she is. MDB Leo Rush does this too with his black heart. Wait a minute. I don't think I should have clicked on that one. Jasmine Nix is a generational talent. But so far, we are what, an hour and 40 minutes into NXT, so we roughly got about 20-ish minutes left. Um, how y'all liking NXT so far? How y'all liking tonight's episode? Byron Anthony, are you ready for some surprises this Saturday? I'm assuming you're talking about Money in the Bank. Um, yeah. I would be super happy if Chelsea Green wins the Money in the Bank briefcase. I would be super happy if Naomi wins. One surprise that I think may happen is something in the bloodline. I don't know if Roman Reigns returns at Money in the Bank. Do they push that to SummerSlam? I don't know. But something is happening crazy with the bloodline at Money in the Bank. We got 420 Daydreamer. I'm a huge horror movie fan, so I'm totally down for the spooky, goofy, creepy gimmicks. See, that's me. I'm a big horror movie fan as well. And I actually like what is it, like B-rated horror movies. So movies like I mentioned earlier, Blood and Honey, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. You know, I really like that movie. I thought it was pretty good. MDB so far so great for NXT. Yeah, NXT is really solid tonight. There's one surprise left. That's Nikita Lyons for sure. How long has Nikita Lyons been out? Seems like every time I turn around, she's injured. So crazy stuff. Yes, Jimmy returns. We do need a Jimmy return. It's been a minute. I think it's been since WrestleMania. We haven't seen Jimmy. So we definitely need to see a Jimmy Uso return. Hopefully down the line, we get Jimmy and Jay to reconcile with one another and we reform the original bloodline to take on this new Solo Sikoa bloodline. 420 NXT's been rolling since WrestleMania. What's up, Chris? Nikita's been out since February. I feel like it's been longer than that. Was she injured prior and then came back? Let me know because I'm not sure. Tony says I did like Sharknado is so cool. Sharknado is a really good movie. I'm with you on this, Damien. Alexa Bliss returns at SummerSlam, if not before, but Alexa Bliss is on her way back to the WWE. I can't wait. Huge fan of Alexa Bliss. It's long time overdue. But I know she's a new mom, spent time with her newborn. So, but when she's ready to come back, she will be ready to come back, and I'm looking forward to it. So it looks like we are back on NXT. Sharknado was dumb, but I liked it. I mean, Sharknado, it was a dumb concept, but it was a fun movie to watch. So, oh, we got Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels talking about Brooke Jensen. Seems like Brooke Jensen has lost his mind a little bit. So Brooke Jensen hasn't been released from his contract, according to Shawn Michaels. He just says he's beginning to spiral after his tag team breakup. This is crazy. He looks like he kind of went down on a downward spiral here. So Shawn Michaels basically saying he believes in second chances. And Brooks is gonna be there live next Tuesday. Okay, that's interesting. I know we've been having a lot of disturbances with him over the past couple of weeks. So yeah, that's interesting for him to be there live next week. I like how they covered up HBK's bad eye. When do you see Cora Jade back in NXT? I don't know. I don't know when we see Cora Jade back. Hopefully very, very soon, but I don't know when we see her back. 420 says Nikita's last appearance was December 5th. She had a torn MCL and a torn meniscus. Ah, okay, okay. RM, yes. If you're talking about the Brooke Jensen storyline, it is, kind of odd. But the way they've presented it on TV with him, messing with the NXT crowd, messing with Booker T and things of that sort. I've liked how it's been done. So maybe it kind of grows from next Tuesday and what they do with the sit down interview. So we got Carmen Petrovic versus Jasmine. And MDB is saying this match is already a 5-star. So, I guess we have to agree with what MDB says. Right now, it seems like Carmen has the upper hand. Lions and Charlotte Flair were spotted training in the gym. Cool, cool. I know Charlotte Flair. She's definitely on her way back. I think she is kind of currently filming a horror movie. I'm not sure if that's wrapped up, but Charlotte's on her way back. I see her returning somewhere around SummerSlam, maybe a little bit after, but yeah, Charlotte's on her way back, and she's gonna gun for that women's title, whatever brand she is on. Boston says SMH. I'm guessing he's talking about this match, even though MBB said it's already a 5-star match and it hasn't really got underway. Yeah, put your predictions in. I'm seeing you guys put them in the comments. Kyle is saying Carmen. Dale saying, I think her last name is Nick, so hopefully I got that right. It's saying Nick's. MDB saying Nick's. Ronan is saying Nick's for the win. So yeah, a lot of people are taking Jasmine to win this match. It's kind of picking up the pace now. Oh, we got another Jasmine down here. So a lot of people taking Jasmine Nix. I don't know too much about Carmen Petrovic. I'll get her. I'll try my best to get her name right. Two. We had a shiny wizard for a 2 count. RM is taking Carmen for the win. L Saint saying the one wearing red wins. So you got Fallon Henley is taking an eye to this match. We got Daydreamer down here saying Carmen for the win. She didn't. I don't think she carried a sword this time around. MDB can correct me because he knows everything about NXT. So yeah, you got Fallon Henley watching backstage. Seems like Carmen is taking the upper hand here. She did come out with her sword. According to MDB, the NXT guru, she did come out with her sword. This match is actually pretty good. And I think that's JC Jane. Yeah. Ooh, what a kick out of nowhere. And Jasmine Nix wins. That was a nice Pele kick by Jasmine Nix. That was a really solid match. I kind of like that match. It wasn't 5-star like MDB said, but that was a really, really cool match. So we got 6-0 down here with Dale, 6-0 with Ronan, 6-0 with MDB. Still don't believe that's true. 420 Daydreamer, 0-50 tonight. Okay. Damian Heater saying 5-1. So 6-0 for I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm gonna just call you L because that's the first initial. So yeah. Jasmine did win due to the distraction. Quick match. Yeah, it was a quick match. It wasn't 5-star like MDV claimed it was going to be, but it was a nice match. So we got the Flash and the Red Ranger back here with the tag team titles. Axiom and I don't know the other guy's name. Somebody can correct me in the comments, but I do know it's Axiom. Exactly. Boston MDB is trolling. He's the White Ranger tonight. I agree with you, Paul. It was like it was a good match, but it was a match you could miss as well. Okay, Nathan Frazier, that's the other dude's name because I totally spaced out on his name. I knew Axiom, I couldn't remember the other guy's name. So the other guy's name is Nathan Frazier. So we got a commercial. Looks like we're going back to a commercial break. We got them showing what went down on SmackDown with this week with the Bloodline and Paul Heyman. This is crazy. It's still crazy what happened this past week on Friday Night SmackDown with the Bloodline and
Paul. You're not my tribal chief. The greatest moment since Paul Heyman said, "Take me with you."
I mean, craziness.
And it's just becoming such a meme, and it's amazing to me how WWE manages to have huge moment after huge moment, and nothing feels like a retread, nothing feels forced, everything, it's just all clicking. They've hit their stride again since WrestleMania, and it always does kind of happen of come backlash of that there is that kind of post WrestleMania hangover, and now we're back at it full throttle, going right into SummerSlam.
Yeah, it feels like everything WWE is doing right now is authentic. That's what it kind of feels like. They're firing on.
You heard that before.
They're firing on all cylinders. Raw, SmackDown, both are pulling on stellar shows each week. It's crazy. It really is crazy.
Exactly. Yeah, the greatest moment since last week. Absolutely. But that tells you how good last week is and how good they've been doing. And Paul Heyman looked like he saw the ghost of Christmas future. Well, and just the commitment to the bit and everything. Like, that's what we talked about earlier. The juxtaposition to where you have Paul Heyman, who's out there looking like sad Krusty the Clown with, the whitening hair, the stubble, the bloodshot eyes, like he's been smoking in the back with Van Damme. Meanwhile, Lola Vice is out there just stone faced, like the Botox was keeping in on the tear ducts, was shutting it off. That it's one of those. This man is an Academy Award winner when it comes to pro wrestling. This man gives Daniel Day-Lewis, Actor of the Year awards every time he's out there on television.
Yeah, and what he did on SmackDown this week, like we said, it's an Oscar worthy moment. Man put on a show. This past week on Friday Night SmackDown, even the week before with the CM Punk segment when he was basically begging CM Punk to get him out of there. It's crazy.
What's the favor you want, Paul? Take me with you. It's all just so goddamn good, and it's one of those that still we're not even at the conclusion of any of this.
Right. And the conclusion for this could be very, very far off. Like it might not end at WrestleMania. It might go beyond that. I don't know. But they're in the second part of whatever is happening, so it's crazy.
Right, as we've got an Ava Rain spotting finally here in honor of KJ. No navel.
Right.
She actually looks like she's managing a gap instead of a hot topic here tonight. She manages a new Catch Republic. That's what it is. They got a good deal on denim jackets and khakis. As Ariana Grace of playing the whole us Canadians.
Like Boston down here said, we almost had a whole episode without Ava.
Nah, you need some Ava. Just embrace it. I don't mind me some Ava. I'd take her out for a nice seafood dinner.
Nice seafood dinner.
I'd never call her again, like Dorothy Mantooth. Ava keeping classic dress wise. Yeah. Travis, what up? Anthony, what do you think about the Final Testament storyline? Feels like it's been on the final chapter for a while.
A long while. I don't think it's good at all. And I feel bad for Karrion Kross because it seems like we talked about this yesterday. I think
Right.
like a stop and go with stop and go with Karrion Kross. So
100%.
I feel bad for him. He's put in these predicaments that don't suit him.
Not at all. Not at all. You need Ava. I'm all set. No, you need Ava in your life too. Almost an Ava free episode. Damn, they just had to give us Ava. Let Survivor Series have one traditional match, New Bloodline versus Howdy. No, we're not going to fast track that fast. Which I'll bring this up real quick because I rewatched the Howdy VHS that we got last night that I know we were all excited for. And I watched it again just so I get the full context and everything. And they very much talked about you thought you were the ones that could bring them alive, of talking about how this is literally supposed to be the Firefly Funhouse puppets brought to life and everything. And it's that whole, it very much seems like they're going at Gable of, you know, you knocked down and you destroyed your family just to better yourself, and you got to pay for this. And the whole tie-in, it felt very much like this was, you finally got to where Uncle Howdy and Bo kind of merged into whatever they are at this point.
Right. That's exactly what we got last night. And it's crazy to see how they put that together over, you know, a couple of weeks, how they put that together, and then the ending for them to merge because they're one person. It's going to be interesting how this plays out, and I'm excited for it.
But it all still ties in, you still tie into everything with all of the little teases.
Yep.
This and that, you still tie in. It felt very much like the whole therapy sessions that we saw that took over Twitch and all of that they're doing this in the Firefly Funhouse. This is just, you're building layers upon all of this. And that's the thing, is now we popped the cork and they debuted, but we've now still got to let everything kind of settle. We've still got to let everything, you know, figure it out. Oh, we've got two tables, so somebody's going through. We're getting
one of them.
So Ethan Page is going through one and Sean Spears is going through the other because the baby faces are putting the heels to the table here. But we've got Javon Evans and Sean Spears at one table, and we've got Ethan Page, and we're waiting for Trick as he's coming out right now to be at the other table. Once you split your two top guys, your two guys that are probably the main guys competing for this belt, kind of apart, like have them be the two right beside on the other side of the chair, so they can have that kind of Aldo McGregor, who the fuck is that guy? You'll do nothing. You'll do fucking nothing. Moments and everything.
Yeah, I don't think they should be.
You better spit shine that belt, boy. All of that.
Yeah, I don't think they should be at the same table. But that's what they got. That's how they got it tonight. Weird, but we'll see how it plays out.
But it's minor nuances that they could do that would just make it a little bit better.
Yeah, agreed.
It's nitpicky, but it's one of those, if it's just for a storyline, for a storytelling sake, it plays a little bit better to me. Like if I'm Trick, the second Ethan Page says anything smart, I'm swinging on you, my guy. You're right here.
A back smack, something.
Right. Bo saying I like it. Travis, whoop that Trick. I'm excited for Heatwave. Whoop that Trick. Yeah, so let us know, folks, early before we're here on Thursday for our predictions and previews for a Heatwave, who you have as the favorite here between Ethan Page, Trick Williams, Sean Spears, and Javon Evans. Is it kind of just going to be Trick because he's already champion, or?
I feel like it's going to be Trick because he's already champion, but this could be a way for Trick to lose the title and not get pinned as well.
That's the easiest way to do this, and it's the easiest way to still keep him looking strong because he doesn't lose it in the singles. He loses it in a fatal four-way.
Yeah, and that might be the better way here is having him lose it in a fatal 4-way.
Ethan Page is leaving Toronto, Ontario, Canada, not Detroit, Michigan. He's leaving Toronto, Ontario, Canada as the NXT World Champion. Spoiler alert, he's winning the title in his own country. And like I said, it sets up perfectly if Trick's able to get out of this, of he can still look strong, still have a case, still challenge for it, but he didn't lose the title clean.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you.
Man, I'm gonna just keep doing my whole pitches before you make your predictions, and it'll just be 2-on-1, me and you versus KJ.
I do
Sell you on everything
like
out here.
either way, either outcome, if it's Trick or if it's Ethan Page, this match is gonna be insane. But
Right.
but I do agree with you more that this is a way to let him lose clean.
And KJ has 2 Canadians to choose from in this fatal 4-way. Yeah, and he won't pick either. Watch him turn around and pick fucking Sean Spears. My God, this is the same over and over. No, Paul's just angry at times. Larry saying Moose should be in WWE. How you feeling? As I got Trick talking to Ethan again. If you're gonna slick talk me, I know we got to keep it professional, but my guy, you're right here. You're right here. Like, I can reach out and touch you. Like, you say something slick, I'm gonna make that rewind back in your mouth real fast.
Moose should be in WWE. I think he is ready for WWE, but it'll be a long time before he hits that circuit because he signed the longest contract in TNA history, which I believe is 7 years, but I'm not sure.
Now, anyone else think that this weird that there's no, like, I would have thought you would have gotten Ava and HBK even to be out here and kind of mediate this situation. This feels like this very much clearly sets up for a kerfuffle and a scuffle and multiple people going through tables.
Absolutely. It could have even been like Booker T or something that kind of officiated this.
Yeah, you need somebody to act like the authority figure here a little bit to conduct business here. This is supposed to be a contract signing, not just we're all hanging out backstage.
I guess this is why we don't like Ava, because she doesn't do her job.
I know. I like Ava. KJ doesn't like Ava simply because of wardrobe. Because he always says, and the chat half the time will agree with him, that she looks more like she manages a Hot Topic than she manages a wrestling promotion.
Ooh.
That's really what it is. Why would you take the title off of Trick? Because honestly, Trick hasn't had great title defenses recently, and I'm starting to think that Trick might be a little bit better in the chase, and maybe you need to refresh Trick winning and not have the tie to Carmelo. Like, I just feel like you need to freshen something up a little bit here with this. And I like the idea of him and Ethan Page. That's the kind of the feud for the summer a little bit between those two for the title. So I'm fine with that. You can't have Trick beat everybody all the time because, like, there's only so many people he could, like, if he beats Ethan Page, he's gonna have a match with Sean Spears, and then what? And then we just go a little bit further down and a little further down. I like Trick loses the belt and then he's got to chase again. Trick was always the best when he was chasing.
No, agreed. He was much better when he was chasing the title. His title run hasn't been the best at all. His 2 matches with Carmelo were underwhelming. So yeah, I agree with you. But this is the prime time you can take it off of him and him not actually take the loss, like take the pinfall. And he still looks strong, still looks clean.
And it's still weird though, too, that his 2 matches with Carmelo were probably his 2 worst matches. I like all 4 of these guys. It's hard for me to choose. Play Ethan Page. Seems like a lot. There you go. Ava dropped the ball on this as Javon right now holding court. As shout out man's out here even with a death row getting leather biker jacket. Anyone else got that available? I don't know. More like not Hot Topic. Antoine wouldn't mind if Ethan Page wins with help. I don't think he'll exactly need help. I think he just wins on distraction, doesn't pin the champ, but still wins the belt.
If nobody gets put through a table, this has turned into an episode of The View. Because somebody got.
Hey, I like that though from Ethan Page. If he points out of him and Sean Spears both beat Javon Evans, can you? We all see Young OG clapping up for him. The Trick really hasn't been the strongest one in this whole even situation. Like that's the thing is I think they need to separate Trick from Carmelo. They need to have that breaking point of that's done, that's over with. This is new Trick. So then when they run that back, it feels new, it feels fresh, it feels something here. Like it's been a little stale, I feel, with Trick.
It's been a lot stale. So
we're about to break down here as we're, by the way, 6 minutes into the overrun here. I'm about to run your dumb Javon, just say it with your chest. Say it like you're grown. I'm a dog walk your ass.
Say it with your chest.
Right. Oh, so Spears goes after Javon.
Ooh.
Page going after Trick. We're already throwing out the chairs to get him out of the ring because, don't want anybody taking a bump on any of those. Oh, Ethan Page already goes through one table and Spears goes through the other. I calls him like I see him, folks. So you got the heels going through both tables as the baby faces here standing strong, which guess what? Tells you that Trick ain't retaining because faces over strong on the go home means heels over strong at the pay-per-view.
Crazy.
Finally, are we going to really set up a Javon Evans Trick Williams feud? Because you got to turn one heel. I don't know about that.
Right.
And Javon's still, I like the push. I like that he's young. He's moving up there. I worry that might be too fast, too soon.
Oh, no, agreed. Yeah, it could be too fast, too soon. They're pushing him to the moon, but yeah, him versus Trick, that's not something to me noteworthy to see.
It has the makings of a fantastic match. Yeah. I don't think right now is the time for it. Like it's one of those. So if he doesn't win, then what with Javon? And again, you've got to turn somebody heel. So what you turn Trick heel? It's a great match down the road. It's not a great match now. You don't want to go Dom Toretto too fast, too furious with this shit.
No, agreed. I agree with you.
But that does it for NXT, the go home show for Heatwave here. Am I getting Jaws right now? Oh, I'm getting Law and Order. Sorry, they were up here fishing, so I thought I was getting like Jaws or Jaws 2 or something out here. Maybe I was getting a Sharknado or the Meg. We'll be here tomorrow night for Wednesday Night Dynamite, which is Beach Bash and also brought to you by Shark Week as well. So maybe we'll get a Shark Cage or anything like that, my guys.
Something like that. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. But get your ratings in for NXT. What did you think? Let us know in the comments. Out of 10. For me, I would give it a 7. I would give it a 7.
Fair. Okay. I'm gonna read through some of these and I'm gonna think on it. I'm gonna simmer saute here. Bobby said I won't pick Sean Spears, nor all shit, Ace and Page, only Trick Williams to retain a Heatwave. Fair enough, Bobby. We'll be here Thursday when we're giving our predictions and all of that. Maybe our opinions will change.
Right.
Vance Evans eating the pin, whoever wins. Maybe shit, yeah. Does Spears take the pin? Maybe Javon Evans takes the pin. Again, we've talked about it. The kid's gotten pushed really fast, but the push has got to, you got to slow it down at sometimes a little bit here. You can't go full balls to the wall of next. He's out here. Javon Evans versus Roman Reigns. No, we can't have that.
We
We
can't
just
have
slow it
that,
down
right?
a little bit. We've got time for this kid to grow and develop here. You don't got to push the kid straight to the moon. You can get him there. You can get him in the stratosphere, but you've got to let him rotate, get in that orbit a little bit.
Truth. Yeah, agreed. And I think he's the better choice to take the pin since he's so new. He's so young. He's still got his career, a long career ahead of him. So yeah, definitely it'll be I feel like him taking the pin.
He can come back from it the easiest.
Right.
And Keyshawn out here, my friend got smacked by Lola Vice. He's doing big things. He's doing really big things. Hey, but Keyshawn, I want to know how you feeling about Jeff Jarrett tomorrow night with the mystery opponent that could be happening here. That's what I want to know, Keyshawn. You can let me know in the chat. But Ethan wins on Sunday. You called it Big Nick. The heels go through the table. It's the laws of wrestling. It's you watch enough of it, and you start to pick up. There's the unofficial laws of wrestling, like we saw tonight. Of they that sets it up must go through it. What have you? Of overstrung on the go home, gonna lose on the pay-per-view, 100%. All that. Paul saying predictable. Yeah, but sometimes it's not bad. Like, cool. If I go to my favorite restaurant, I expect when I get a fucking burger and some fries or whatever, that it's gonna taste fucking good. Am I mad because it's predictable that it tastes fucking good? No, it's still sometimes it's just good to be fucking good. Not everything has to be super fucking shock and everything like that. Sometimes it's good to have a staple in the situation.
No, true. I think with predictability,
Spoken like a true fat kid.
a lot of times people say it's predictable, and I don't see anything wrong with predictability, to be honest.
Too much of it is a bad thing, but you do need consistency. That's the thing. There's the difference there a little bit. Sean Spears or Ethan Page is the correct decision to take the belt. Evan Two Green and Trick can't hold that belt anymore. So we're just switching everybody to pick a Canadian. The heel is winning on Sunday. Yeah, again, it's pick a Canadian. I think it's got to be Ethan Page. I think he's the stronger suit. I wouldn't mind Ethan Page and Christ, you give me Ethan Page, Sean Spears, Lexus King, all kind of. You get the little Cody bunch. Here's a story of some friends of Cody who no longer work for a con.
Yeah. I think this is all Ethan come Sunday. Right. Really think it's all Ethan. Nick convinced.
Page wins. Sorry, go ahead.
I said you convinced me.
Yeah, I'm a good or terrible salesman. I don't know. I called it a smash table spot. Cats and dogs live together. 7 out of 10. Moving on from that. Speaking of the moon, where's the Grimes? Yeah, 90 days, I believe. Still 90 days.
Right.
Same thing with like Xia Li, Von Wagner, etc. You see guys like Dijak, etc. can go because their contract expired versus they were released. I feel
right, and I think I know Grimes already has some bookings out there. He's booked some after the 90 days.
I know you're gonna say this with your heart, but I want to ask with your mind of TNA versus AEW for Cameron Grimes.
I think that's one of those things where he'll get lost in the shuffle of the 72,000 people that are signed to AEW.
He's Jack Perry's stunt double.
Right at this point, I think he has history with TNA, so I would maybe like to see him go back to TNA.
I would really like to see Trevor Lee in TNA.
Yeah.
You don't need heels versus baby faces feuds anymore. You kind of do. You kind of do, because you want to know who's tried not doing any of that. There's another 3 letters that have done that, and it doesn't always work out. You need it's part of storytelling. You need to find character roles. You can't just run in a world of gray, because then I don't know how to feel about anybody. You can have 1 or 2 that run that gray line, but you can't have everybody be that.
Well said by the poet. Nick.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I feel like this is Anthony saying, I want to go to bed.
No, I actually agree with you. Like a lot of people say that heels versus faces is not necessary, but it is necessary. You got to have the good guy versus the bad guy. You have to.
It
It's
still
just
works in
kind of
Marvel movies. It still works in comic books. It still works in every fucking form of media, except wrestling fans seem to act like they're not in that realm. It's the exact same. Christ, you watch a UFC fight, boo that guy and cheer that guy. That's it. That's wrestling at a key.
no, absolutely. So it's very important. It's still important in 2024 that we have heels versus faces. Now you can have some, one-off matches where, you don't have that, but that's the big thing about a feud. You got to have a bad guy, you got to have a good guy, you got to see them square off. Who wins? That's just the theoretic of life. That's just how life
Yeah,
works.
there's a modernization for wrestling, for storytelling, for any sort of media and everything like that. But there's core staples that constantly exist, and there's
Right.
good versus evil is a constant core staple that exists.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
Giving it an 8, a 7.5 out of 10. Sean Spears could win. He could. He's in the match, so he definitely could win. Probably not likely. 7 out of 10. You can tell they are real friends. What Sean was doing this. All right, John, respectfully. Long in the tooth. 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Raw was better. Fair. 8.5 out of 10. Heatwave the Sundays. 7 out of 10. 7.5. Shimanahaya, Shimanahanda, 7. Nato 6. What? Nick here for Dynamite is just too sweet. Well, me and Anthony. So it's, you definitely got the literal too sweet, my guy.
We'll be here for Dynamite.
All right. 6 out of 10. 0 out of 10, no Dijak. 0 out of 10, no KJ. That's my rating. 0 out of 10.
I should have said 0 out of 10, no TNA.
Hey, yeah, true. Stephen Smith, not related to Stephen A. Smith, out here with a 6.5. Good shows. 7. Ethan getting pinned by Trick. Maybe, I don't think so. 8.5. This was awesome. You guys are great. I will be back tomorrow night. You got yourselves a new fan. Take care, everybody. Be safe. Absolutely. If the man that's got 420 in his name is telling you to use, to be safe and use it responsibly, be sure to do that. But yeah, be a friend, tell a friend. Appreciate you, my guy. Growing a small army, folks.
Right, a small army.
Right. 7 out of 10. I'm trying to get through here. Life lessons with Anthony. 8.5, 10, 7. Wrestling for Life Network over everybody. 100% Wrestling for Life. I don't know when he returns. Who? Sorry to chat to. No, you're fine, John. It's one of those of if it wasn't, we're 2.5 hours. If I've already taken up this much time, I've almost taken up 20 minutes past this show. That I would have read it through. Now I gotta feel like I gotta do him the solid and at least try and scroll up here and read it here.
Read it
you
through?
can tell they are real friends. What Sean was doing for Trick. Oh, I didn't mean to throw in the inflection there. Was doing for Trick, and Mello was the Sean and Diesel angle. Good friends, better enemies. Okay, I guess you with that, but Sean and Diesel could actually work together. Carmelo and Trick, for whatever reason, it just never worked. It never clicked. They just couldn't get out of first gear with any of that. And they did it multiple times. It made sense. And it was very much that Shawn Diesel storytelling, but it just never connected.
No, agreed. It never connected back then. So yeah, I agree with you. You're saying everything so poetically. Like I can agree with
I'm
you
out here with
sometimes.
these words. I'm out here bringing this shit to the Biblics. Are you not entertained? But yeah, so what did you give it, sir? I'll end it on this here.
Yeah, 7 out of 10 for me. 0 out of 10 because there's no TNA, but
No TNA. So
I did enjoy the majority of the episode.
Fair enough. I will. I'll go 6.5.
Okay, not bad.
I could almost meet you with a 7. I think that there was more that they could have done. They really like shit. We may have missed some time here, so we threw in some matches that didn't mean anything. There was like I still don't like the Wendy Chu thing. I don't like it. We started off great, and we seemed like we tapered off more and more throughout the show. So I'll go 6.5 with that. And I think it's also partially I'm grading on a scale of I gave Raw a 7.5. So to me, Raw was obviously clearly superior, but yeah, to me, it's a full point grade difference.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. That's 6.5 is not bad.
Fair enough. But unless you got anything else, unless the chat has anything else, I think that might do it as we're 10:21 right now here. My guys, we're going to be back at it like a jackrabbit for Wednesday Night Dynamite. We're going to be swimming and swerving. We're going to be cast ashore on the beach shores for Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Right. So yeah, we'll be back here tomorrow for Dynamite. We'll be back here for our preview and predictions for Heatwave and Money in the Bank on Thursday. I think KJ is back with us on Thursday. He'll be back for Friday Night SmackDown and rolling through the weekend with Money in the Bank, Heatwave, Monday Night Raw, all of the other great stuff happening next week because we're here almost 7 days a week.
Absolutely, my guy. No, nobody covers more live wrestling than we do. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. You never know when KJ the Gray might show up, my guy. But our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you want to put that full live with it.
See you guys.